Yeah, we lost everything. We have to pay the price. I saw in you what life was missing. You lit a flame that consumed my head. I'm not one for reminiscing, but I trade it all for your sweet embrace. Yeah!
body is ready, ladies and gents. I don't know why my camera, the audio, everything decided to just bugger up all of a sudden. Sorry. Hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Cyberpunk release party stream. Everything went wrong once again. Fucking, I never have a good... I've done live streaming like on and off for about like, I don't know, a year and a bit, I would say, like properly doing it. But like every time I do it, something goes wrong. Like my transitions and stuff. But either way, it's fine. Welcome to the release party. I didn't get any sleep last night. Like zero. I got zero sleep. I just had like a nap because currently it's nearly it's just gone 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. in the UK. Cyberpunk, as you can see, releases in just under 2 hours, so it'll be coming out at midnight. And the only sleep I've got in about 24 hours or so is the last 3 hours sleep I had. Like I had a little nap just so I could get through this, because I don't know when I'm going to stop playing this game once it comes out. But I'm also trying to keep my expectations to like a respectable level, I guess, because, you know, the game reviews have come out for it. It's not entirely perfect, because majority of which is the bugs. Don't know if the day one patch or the day zero patch that's meant to be coming out when this game releases is going to fix any of those things, or a couple of those things. It's very, very similar to what happened when The Witcher came out, because I remember that first week of the game being so goddamn buggy. So, I don't know. A little bit in the unknown. Also, huge disclaimer. Very big disclaimer before I get into this. The plan was, there's 2 hours of kind of pre-release hype. We'll watch a couple of things. There's the very last trailer, which I haven't seen, that came out yesterday. I haven't watched it at all. It's just called V. It's the official like launch trailer. We're gonna watch that together, because I haven't seen it yet, and a lot of people told me it's really cool. I don't know if that means it's spoilery or something, but I'm gonna watch it anyway. But when the game releases, two things. There is a patch that is meant to come out. I'm playing on PC. It's a 2 gig patch, so it's not entirely huge, so there'll be a little bit of a wait while I download that. Internet's not the quickest thing in the world, so there's that. And secondly, and most importantly, I don't know if my PC is going to hold up if I stream this game on here. I've streamed like AAA games before on here, just my PC's not built entirely for streaming. It's a good PC, but it's not entirely made for streaming games. So if I can't stream it, I can't stream Cyberpunk. Unfortunately, I'll have to just play it in my own time, but I will try and stream at least the first couple of hours on here. Don't know if we'll run into problems or not. We'll have to see. I don't know if the performance is good on my card. We'll have to see. I downloaded the drivers just a second ago. It's a bit unknown how this game is going to run, because there's the patches and there's drivers that haven't been used yet. So let's just see how it goes. It's one of those things we're just going, let's just see how it goes. It may go completely well, it may not, but we'll see once the game releases what we're going to do. But for the time being, we're going to have 2 hours of kind of like, I don't know, pre-release hype and stuff. I sort of had this idea for a while, because especially when like a big game comes out, I've been looking forward to. I was going to do it with Final Fantasy VII, but I just never got round to it. I kind of miss having those kind of like countdown timers release kind of things. We used to do it back in the day, obviously, when, you know, physical copies of stuff that was you are more likely to have like some sort of like midnight opening and stuff like that when you can get copies of things, and there was a whole like buzz about it. Obviously it's 21st century and streaming is a thing, so most people are doing that. So I kind of wanted to do, because I know there's streamers on Twitch at the moment that are playing the game, and I know a lot of people don't want to watch those streams, and it's 100% understandable if you if I do stream this game at midnight my time, in under 2 hours, that you don't want to watch the stream. That's completely understandable. I understand that 100%. I wouldn't want to watch this stream if I was going to spoil things. I completely understand if you want to drop off at the, you know, when 1 hour and 53 minutes ends. But there was no, like, sort of... I'd never find this in... especially with streams and stuff, there's no, like, pre-release hype or buzz. Except for the companies that may do them themselves. I know CD Projekt Red are doing something called Cybernight, which is what we're going to check out as well once that goes live. I don't know what that is. It's meant to happen in less than an hour. But you know what I mean? Like, there's no real, like, for the general public, for most people, when it launches worldwide, there's no... Besides watching streamers play the game and potentially spoil it for you, there's no kind of, like, pre-release kind of hype thing, I guess. Maybe I'm old and I don't notice these things. Possibly. I'm nearly 30, so, you know, maybe I'm just a boomer at this point and I don't fucking know that there's these things that happen, and I think I've come up with a genius idea when in actual fact it's been going around for fucking ages. I don't know. Either way, I am... Yeah, I'm ridiculously... I'm so... Like, this is the game. This is, like, I know with Final Fantasy... That's my cat destroys my fucking couch. What are you doing, Sherlock? Sherlock is wide awake at the moment, and if you don't know Sherlock... This little bastard, here is Sherlock. He likes to annoy the shit out of me when I'm streaming or talking to anyone on the internet. Sorry, boy. So he may pop in from now and again, walking across the camera. I do apologize if that happens, but it's fucking cat, and I can't do anything about it. So, where was I? Yeah, with Final Fantasy VII Remake, I know, like, I've said in, like, videos on the channel and stuff like that, that was the game that was, like, I was really looking forward to. That was more, like, nostalgia, because it was, like, a remake of something I loved that I remember fondly from over 20 years ago. This game is, like, it truly feels like it's the next gen game. Like, it's the next step up, like, evolution, especially of open world games as well. Just like CD Projekt Red did with The Witcher 3. Like, there's so much... I've seen quite a bit of Cyberpunk, like, gameplay-wise, because I wanted to check it out. I limit myself, though, because I haven't seen any story stuff. I've managed to stay away from a lot of, like, potential spoilers and stuff like that, so I've limit myself for the last, I don't know, fucking year or so, or whatever, how long this game has been delayed for or whatever, but I'm mostly rambling now because I'm kind of excited, and that's normally what I do when I get excited. I talk quite a lot. But yeah, I'm just excited. Like, I honestly can't believe today is real. It's weird. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna watch, if you guys haven't seen it, I don't know. I think most people have, but there was a trailer that came out yesterday, which is the final trailer for Cyberpunk. And I haven't seen it yet. Oh my god. And we're gonna watch it together, guys, and see how it is before we get things rolling. Because I kind of want to see, like, just the last trailer before this thing comes out and gets unleashed to the world, and see before we can make opinions on what we really think about it. The Cyberpunk trailer. There we go. Nope, that's not the English version. There we go. Okay, so let's turn this down. Oops, that's not the turn down button. Okay, let's just get off. There we go. There we go. We're fine. Okay, here we go. Rightio. Let's watch. So this is the official launch trailer. It's called V. I have not seen this yet. I am gonna just... Oh, sorry. God damn it, stupid bloody Windows. Okay, so this is the official launch trailer. This is called V. Let's react and watch it together, shall we?
test of a person's true value? Death. Facing it, staring it down.
Johnny!
I got you.
Pressure's tanky.
It's neurogenic shock. He's dying.
V, you in there?
My head. So what now?
Now, you find out what it is you need to do.
A thing of beauty, I know.
You've never backed down from anything in your life, even when you maybe should have. You go through Night City knowing a stray bullet could end you while hailing a cab. But that's never stopped you from taking action.
You believe you cheated death. It is death that has cheated you.
If you gotta kill, kill. If you gotta burn it all to the ground, then let it burn.
On the ground, asshole! Don't move!
Out of my house! No!
Will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. Somehow I find a way, but I think of beauty.
Would you rather live in peace as Mr. Nobody, or go down for all times in a blaze of glory?
Will never fade away.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Damn. Jesus. That's the emotional beats I think we were hoping for. I fucking love that version of Never Fade Away, that slower version down. I think I heard that before, maybe. I don't know if I think I maybe heard it before, but yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of trailer, I guess. This song will hit hard from years from now. I guess I mean I kind of see if you take I like that kind of like, because if you take the lyrics of that from like the Samurai or Refuse technically who did the louder version of that, and then you compare it to the slower down version, they kind of make sense in different ways. Like, we'll never fade away, like that big angry punk rock kind of thing, and then the kind of slow down version of, you know, that emotional kind of will never fade away kind of thing. I don't know. That's really cool. That's really, really cool trailer. And I guess that's the kind of story, emotional beats that I guess some people were looking for. Because I was looking for it, because I was thinking there's got to be something to, like, there's going to be some sort of, like, emotional beats to the story, because, I mean, The Witcher had it in places, even though it was this big, like, action-adventure kind of game. There was a lot of, like, because the fucking writing is so goddamn good in The Witcher, and, like, the characters and everything is so good that, and I think I said this in, like, the Witcher 3 video review I did, that I'm so excited by Cyberpunk mainly because of how they wrote that story and the characters and made everyone feel like they were actually like a thing or of importance to that game, and not just like I don't know, an avatar to tell you what to do, or your, you know, give you some lines of dialogue. They actually had like feelings, and they made you believe that they had feelings and stuff like that. So that's gonna be in Cyberpunk, and oh my god, Jesus, that hit me hard, that one. Damn. Okay, well, we come from like party mood to kind of like sad, somber moment. I'm waiting to see what CD Projekt Red are doing with Cybernight. I'm still on their Twitter page at the moment just to see, are they doing something? Oh, they released another audio clip.
Yo, listen up, people. It's time to start the show, and I'm here to make sure it's done right. So grab hold of something.
Mike,
believe me, this here's gonna be one hell of a ride. Yo, listen up, people.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Yeah, they're meant to be doing something. Just looking at their Twitter page, they're meant to be doing something in about 40. It'll be 42 minutes now, which is called Cybernight. But we don't really know exactly what they're gonna have. I'm just trying to look to see if there's any new details at the moment, but it doesn't look like there is. It could be just a live stream or an extra. It's kind of like maybe like another Night City Wire, just before the game goes live, possibly. I don't see anything at the moment, so I'm just gonna wait and see what happens with that. Let's get. Okay, so we have 1 hour. We have 41 minutes to kill at the moment. So, I tell you what, everyone watching, if you let me know, are you like playing as soon as like the countdown ends? Are you actually playing right now, or are you just waiting like a couple of days, or you're not even interested in Cyberpunk? You just kind of come along for the interest and the hype, I guess. But let me know what your plans are for tonight. It's currently midnight, or nearly midnight where I am. I'm in the UK, so I'll be playing this from like pretty much until the morning of Thursday. And then I gotta do another live stream tomorrow on this channel for the Game Awards, which I thought was on Friday. So I'm technically staying up 2 nights in a row live streaming. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm a busy boy for the next 2 nights here. But yeah, if you are new, hi, welcome to the channel. This channel has many like game reviews and stuff like that, but as the self-confessed Cyberpunk fan that I am, and have been for the last couple of years now, since the bloody thing got released, I decided to throw a little party. Grab yourselves drinks, grab yourself something from the bar. I currently have... This is not wine, by the way, before everyone fucking calls me an alcoholic. It's not wine. I did have some wine beforehand. Here comes the cat. And I am slightly drunk, a little bit, but come on, I gotta celebrate a little bit. This is Dr. Pepper, this isn't wine. Don't think Dan's gone fucking insane in any moment now because he's drunk or something. Not gonna happen. Maybe a little bit. As soon as it comes out, the second it does a dip from the stream. That's fine. I said that beforehand. If people need to dip out or anything like that, that's absolutely fine. I completely understand, guys, if you don't want to watch me streaming it. I don't even know if me, streaming it is going to be fun. Hello. I don't know when I stream the game if it's going to be smooth enough, because this PC is not tested with Cyberpunk. I've streamed a couple of games on here. I've done mostly like XCOM and stuff like that, but Cyberpunk is a bit of a different beast. There are, if you guys are playing on PC, there are drivers that just came out a couple of hours ago, so go download them if you're going to play the game on PC. The only thing I've heard from the developers on their Twitter accounts is that there is a day one patch that's built into the preload of the console version. So if you've preloaded on the console, there is already like that patch preloaded into it. If you're playing on PC or Steam GOG, there is a 1 to 2 gigabyte update that is going to go live once the game goes live. So there's going to be a little bit of waiting as well once the game goes live. I'll have to download that and then launch it. But yeah, that's all the news I know so far, the drivers are out, NVIDIA drivers are out. There is going to be a day 1 patch or day 0 patch, either built in to the console version or on PC, where you have to download a little bit of an update. So yeah, error, you are not, your YouTube is failing, is it? Well, thanks, YouTube. Fuck it, thanks, YouTube. Fuck, tell me my stream. Thanks. Just tell me my stream is lagging. I don't know if it is. I don't think it is, right? Nah, doesn't look like it. It's fine. I'm not listening to YouTube today. So yeah, so what we're planning to do is once the hour mark, fucking hell, once the hour mark hits there, we'll switch over to Cybernight. Whatever that is, I don't know. There's a thing that CD Projekt are going to do, so we're gonna put that on in the background and watch it together and talk about it and stuff. And then once the timer obviously hits 0, it will be midnight my time, and it will be released worldwide for Cyberpunk. And then I will try and stream it on here. I will try. I don't have a lot of faith in my PC the last couple of months, so we'll see. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be bigger than GTA 5. I can't wait till midnight. Looks amazing. I mean, it does, like, I agree, Philip, like, it does have those kind of vibes that, especially, like, just, like, the world itself, like, that's the main thing I'm kind of interested in. It's just, like, this world and how it works and looking around. I mean, when I start playing it, I'm probably just going to be looking around and slowly looking around at stuff. Because that's just the kind of guy I am when it comes to games. I love, like, especially, like, open world games that are just, like, complex, and they work in ways that you can't imagine how long it will take to code this thing or make this thing. And Night City itself seems to be like that next step in terms of like an open world city, live and breathe city. Now it's a bit of a cliche now and I say that all the time, but a live and breathe city for like the next generation, because I think GTA, and some may say, I guess Red Dead as well, even though Red Dead wasn't that populated, but in terms of like how that world works, Red Dead 2 I'm talking about obviously, it felt like a real city, it felt like a real kind of community of people, it felt like they had their own things to do, and this just feels like another step up from that. This feels like this is something we're going to experience that we've never experienced before. That's just what I feel like, that's what I've seen as well. Because I've seen like uninterrupted 60-minute behind doors footage as well of Cyberpunk. That's the feeling I got from that when I saw that footage. That was about a year ago now or so, but yeah, it just felt like this game was, you know, it was something, it was going to be the next step in terms of like open world games, and it's cool to have like another company doing that, because for a long period of time it was just Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto, especially like during those Grand Theft Auto 4 years, maybe 3, 4 and 5 I would say, that was the main open world game you would get, like that was the big one. And it feels like if Cyberpunk lives up to, you know, even what The Witcher did, there's another company, there's another group of people that can provide that kind of amazing kind of open world, feels like it's a real thing, a real city type of game, which is kind of fucking cool. And we still have a lot to come as well. Like if people don't know, there's a multiplayer element that's meant to come next year. I guess that might be delayed because I don't know how, obviously I don't know the inner workings of CD Projekt Red, but they're obviously going to work on bugs and fixes and all that kind of stuff for the next year on Cyberpunk 2077, as well as they already mentioned that they were going to do, I think, the DLC's coming soon, the free DLC, and they've got DLC, paid DLC coming as well, just like they did in The Witcher. I think they put it at the end of a trailer. I'll see if I can find it. They basically put a little message, which is quite sweet. They put like a little secret message that people found. Let's see if I can find it. message. It is... where are you? There we go. Hang on. Okay, none of these I can actually see it correctly, so I don't know how I'm gonna... It's not entirely visible. Let's put it that way. I could just read it out to you. It's not entirely visible, so I probably won't stick on the screen. But there was like in the trailer that they had, the last trailer, I guess, the one I just saw. They had a little message that they stuck cryptically at the end. And it basically says that we'll be kicking off our free DLC program in early 2021. Just like with The Witcher 3, expect an assortment of free DLC packs to begin hitting Night City, dropping a bunch of cool stuff that will inject even more life into the world of the dark future. We hope you look forward to them. And we've mentioned we're working on expansions that will be coming. We're not ready to talk about the specifics just yet. We'll just say we've learned a lot from our work on working with both Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine. Our planned expansions will take you deeper into the world of Cyberpunk 2077, offering substantial story-driven content that will give you tough choices to make through impactful narratives that you won't soon forget. Sorry, it's really hard to read it because it's like it's behind like the yellow backgrounds and it's just text behind the yellow background. I'll show you what I can see. Much easier to show you. Like it's kind of hard to read on my screen. It might be easier on the stream. I don't really know, but yeah. So the next 2021 seems to be free DLC. It's coming out, so that will be different like weapons, like they did with The Witcher 3. Really, different weapons. Yeah, different costume, like clothing stuff. They had quests in the free DLC of The Witcher as well. I remember there was a couple of quests that they did that was cast as free DLC, but it was mostly like stuff for your horse, for Roach, like extra armor and like cosmetic stuff that you could put on Geralt. So I'm guessing it'll probably be around the same. So new guns, new stuff to put on, and yeah. And then the expansions will add like probably a substantial amount more to the actual game. I'm really looking forward to what they're actually doing with the expansions, because with, I mean, not really with Hearts of Stone, but like with Blood and Wine, that was a whole new like huge area to explore, and that was like an extra 20-30 hours of extra stuff as well. So I'm really intrigued what they're actually going to do with the DLC of Cyberpunk. Is it going to be like a new area, or is it just going to be, you're still in Night City, but they've just added, I don't know, something to it? I'm guessing it's like a new area or something, or we'll have to see. Maybe it's like an extra bit of the map you get to go to. Hi Dan, many years ago I raced against you on F1 2012, I think. Have fun playing Cyberpunk tonight. Oh, hi Bradley. I don't remember. I do remember racing on F1 2012 a lot. Were you in a league race? Or was it league racing? If it was league racing, Bradley, then yeah, I remember being in a league race in F1 2012. Thanks very much for popping along. Cheers for that message. That was really nice. Yeah, I used to do league racing, I think, in F1 2012, which for some people don't know is a Formula 1 game that I love, and I still play Formula 1 games, so there you go. But yeah, didn't expect that message. Cheers, Bradley. Okay, so I'm still waiting to see if they have anything on Cybernight. I'm still updating. I'm still clicking on their CD Projekt Red's Twitter just to sit there and think. I'm guessing it's going to be something that's going to be on Twitch. On their Twitch, I guess. Oh, I'll have to have a look and see, but let's see what they say. A league, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I do remember that, yeah, fondly. very faint memories. I had a terrible connection, and the game kept crashing most of the time, I would imagine. But yeah, they were fun days. I like that. I'm still waiting for... Yep, there's still nothing at the moment. I'm just gonna guess that they're gonna have something on the hour on their Twitch page, so I'll jump over to that once the hour... Or was it 27 minutes at the moment when that happens? Yeah, for the time being, there's nothing from them in terms of news of like this hour-long pre-tape thing that they're doing, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll make our own fun. What are you guys eating for dinner? Okay. So yeah, I don't know what else I could talk about for 27 minutes. I guess yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I've been debating what to do in terms of first characters for a while. I don't know what I actually don't know what I'm going to do when I first jump into the game. My original thought was to do Corpo, like a Corpo hacker silent type, you know? But what I'm going to do instead, I think, for like a first playthrough is I'm going to do a female V who is a nomad, because I kind of want to experience the kind of Badlands area, the outer area of Night City, and then have this kind of moment where I end up going into the city. I don't know if that happens. I don't know what happens with the Nomad story. I don't know what happens with any of the storylines when you start, but I kind of want to have that thing of, you know, you're from the outland, you're from the wastelands or the bits where no one goes to normally, and then you just kind of work yourself into Night City from the introduction. So I think I'm going to go with like a female V nomads, because I know a lot of people are doing Corpo, and I just kind of want to do something else and different, so I don't think anyone's doing Street Kid either. Like, everyone seems to be doing, oh yeah, I'm going Corpo, like everyone that I spoke to who's playing this game. But I want to go Nomad. I think I'm going to start Nomad, go female V. Gonna go with kind of light weapons. Usually what I did with, especially games with like Deus Ex and stuff, I used to pick a certain weapon type and stick to it, and it was normally pistol. Like, I would mod the fuck out of pistols. I would try get the best pistols. Like, that was my primary weapon at all times. So I think I'm going to do the same with this. It's going to be kind of pistol-y, maybe silent pistol, hacker type. I don't know what points I'm going to put into different things yet. I'm just sort of going to play a lot of this game in terms of just how I want to play it in the moment. There's not a lot of things I'm kind of setting myself, like set goals I'm trying to set myself, especially in my first time playing this game. I just kind of want to let the game, just experience the game, you know, and not worry about that. Maybe second playthroughs, I'll do a different type or do a specific build, but first playthrough, I just want to like experience this thing and see what it is, see what kind of game it is, and all that stuff can be done for another time. Dion Popov, I'm sorry if I completely short your name. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Yes, I can see you when you guys subscribe, but you didn't know that. But yeah, I'm just wanting to like let the game kind of like I just want to get sunk into this game, sort of thing. I just want to just jump into it and just sink my teeth into it, really. So I'm not really too worried about builds and stuff like that. I can worry about that later down the line and stuff, but yeah, really looking forward to it in a moment. I hope you can dual wield. I think you can. I think you. That's a good question. I don't think you can. I don't know. I don't think you can. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of perk So maybe there's a double pistol kind of thing you could do. I don't know. I doubt you could like hold a machine gun and then hold a shotgun in one hand and stuff like that, make it very Doom-like and stuff. But I think if they were going to do something like that, it must be like some sort of perk or something. I really don't know. But it is an RPG. It's mainly an RPG, is what they've told everyone, rather than a first-person game. Like, it's more about the slower moments, more about conversations, it's more about not really about taking a pistol out all the time or taking a shot to the face all the time. Even though there's elements of that in there, because obviously it's a first-person game and shooting is like a main mechanic of it. It seems to be that the main focus is, you know, role-playing RPG kind of thing. I saw Jackie dual wielding in one of the trailers. Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, I remember that as well. I don't know. I would assume not, but if they are going to do it, I assume it's some sort of perk that you work your way to, or there's a particular type of gun that you can dual wield. I wouldn't think it would be a mix and match of weapons. I wouldn't, because they definitely didn't mention that, unless there's a surprise in there. Be handy if like Geralt dual wielded like his silver sword and his steel sword, wouldn't it? So you don't have to get one out all the time. There you go. Okay, so I'm just trying to look up news on what CD Projekt are doing now. I've on their Twitch. It seems like people are waiting for them to actually say something, because no one knows what the hell's going on at the moment. So, I'm gonna jump on their Twitch here and see if I can keep something on. Let's keep a window open so I can just keep an eye on it. No, we don't want that. Oh, they had a broadcast 15 hours ago. What? What? Hang on a minute. What did they put out 15 hours ago? It wasn't a trailer, was it? Was that 15 hours ago? No, it wasn't. What the hell is this? Oh. Oh, they did like a DJ set. Oh. Oh, this is, Hang on, sorry guys. I'm saying all this stuff and you can't even see what the hell I'm doing. This is, what's her name? Kravitz? Is it Nina Kravitz? I may have got that wrong. Yeah, they did a DJ. Hang on, let me have 2 minutes. I forgot her name. I think her name is Nina Kravitz or something. She's an artist, DJ kind of thing. But she did a DJ set, I guess, 15 hours ago. I'm still waiting for any news on something that's happening in 20 minutes. Apparently there was something happening in 20 minutes, but we'll see what happens. What cyberwares would you like to have from what you've seen in the trailers? I don't know. I think a lot of mine are gonna be, I mean, it depends on the playthrough, I guess, but a lot of mine are probably gonna be suited to like sneaking around and stuff, so anything that allows me to sneak around easier, I guess, and stuff like that. But I've tried to block all this stuff out, to be honest, in terms of like spoiling myself with stuff. I've only really watched the Night City Wires and I can't remember all of them. Probably for a good reason, but yeah, I'm not too sure. It's like I said before, like it's gonna be one of those games where I'm sort of like blocking a lot of elements of it, and I just want to kind of experience it in a fresh kind of way, where it's surprising to me and stuff like that. Because that's how I like to mostly experience games that I'm looking forward to for a very long time. I did the same thing with Final Fantasy VII, even though I watched all those trailers and stuff. I sort of just block out or stop watching them after the week before the game gets released. So I stop remembering them, at least what was in there and stuff like that. So I kind of have a fresh experience with the game in a way, if that makes sense. But thank you for your question. Dual swords, and that's total badassery. Yeah, dual swords you could probably do. The only reason why I would think like having like 2 guns might be an issue is that you're gonna have to reload, and if it's kind of trying to be a little realistic, like holding 2 big guns is gonna be quite heavy unless you have like high strength. Maybe that's a perk, as I said. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they have like because there was that whole thing of if you use a weapon a lot, you gain experience on that weapon. So maybe if you use like a pistol for a long period of time and it levels up, maybe it unlocks something that allows you to use dual wielding. That could be a possibility, like using a weapon for a long period of time so you get used to it and then holding it and everything. Because I know they said that they're going to what was it? They were going to... Yeah. The more you use a weapon, the reload animations get better. The aim down sights get quicker. The pulling out the gun gets quicker. All those kind of things happen as you use the weapon over time. So maybe there's some degree of, at one point, if you want to use dual wield pistols, that might happen. But I don't really know. It's kind of one of those things, maybe, maybe we don't know yet. Dual swords, that would be kind of cool, I guess. Where is the official Cybernight being streamed? Well, hello, and welcome to non-official, unofficial Cybernight. It's going to be streamed on here, on CD Projekt Red's Twitch page. I assume, again, for the last, 30 minutes I've been checking, I don't know, 100% when it's, what it is, or when it is, or where it's going to be streamed. All I saw was on Twitter that they're going to stream something in about 15 minutes time. I'm guessing it's going to be on their Twitch. This is just a replay from earlier today. So I guess it's on their Twitch. If not, check Twitter, because they did announce it on Twitter. I will check Twitter in a minute, again, just to see if they put anything up there. But they haven't really said much about it. They've just kind of put out one tweet, and that was it. So people are kind of just waiting to see what exactly is going on. So let's back out of this for a minute. Okay, but yeah, I will check. I'm going to go check at their Twitter again. I'm just going to hit refresh for the next 15 minutes to see if there's anything that pops up. But I have not seen any. I hope you're all doing well, by the way. It's kind of nice to have a game like this come out at the end of 2020 when it's been 2020. Kind of a bittersweet kind of thing that we get to, a lot of us, enjoy something that we've been waiting for years at the end of this shitty year. So kind of cool. Okay, there we go. Also really interested in what the cars handle like. I've heard I've heard what they sound like, and I love them. Yeah, I've to be honest, I've readied my... I am gonna play on PC, but I've readied a controller because I won't fancy playing driving on a keyboard and mouse. So I am going to be switching back between keyboard, mouse, and controller once the driving comes in, because I'm honestly really looking forward to see how the driving goes. There's just so many different elements and stuff. Already I'm thinking about it. It's so many different things. I'm like, oh, I want to try these guns. How the gunplay do? What's the dialogue? Is it very impactful? Just the scenery, different areas. What's the Badlands like? What's Night City like? How's the driving? What's there to do, like, in terms of, like, side objectives and missions once you start the game and it opens up to you? Like, there's so many fucking questions at the moment. I'm just sort of like, just take it all in once it comes in. I don't know if that... I guess the handling will feel similar to GTA, I imagine, but we don't really know. But, like, CD Projekt Red have made horses, now they're making cars, so how would that transfer over to this game? I'm not really sure, but yeah. I'll have to see. I need a Twitter account to view streaming of Cybernight. I don't know. I will find out in a second, but I assume that if you don't have a Twitter account, stay here. I will. If you stay on the stream, I'm gonna put Cybernight on here so you can watch it. You don't need a Twitter account, but I don't know. I'm checking their Twitter and their Twitch account at the moment just to see what is happening. They haven't really said much. I don't even know if this is happening or not. We'll have to make our own fun for an hour if nothing comes up, but we'll see. But I imagine maybe it's maybe just gonna be on Twitter. I don't know, because they did announce it on Twitter and they haven't really announced it anywhere else. Oh, welcome to Cybernight. Here we go. Okay, we've got it here. So let me just get this ready for you. It looks like it might be Twitter only. Just because of this screen. I'll show you what I mean. This is it. That's not it. That's a video playing. I've hit reminder set. I don't know what's going on, but we're just gonna see how this goes. I don't know how Twitter video works really that much, so I've hit reminder set, so it will remind me when something happens. I'll let you guys know once something happens, I guess. But it looks like it's only going to be on Twitter from the sounds of things. So if you don't have a Twitter account, I will stick the whole thing on here, and then we can watch it together. I will shut up in places if they're talking about something important or something I don't really know. It's just a video clip that's playing at the moment, so I don't really know. It's just a 57-second video clip, so I don't really know what that is at the moment. Let's see. Sorry if I missed out on people. Hang on a sec. Philip, going to free roam for the first few hours, then get into the story. Can't wait. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be amazing. I hope so. I definitely hope so. If this game sucks, I'm going to be so sad. 7 years went by for nothing. I mean, all aspects point to this being good in terms of, like, it was worth the wait. However, I don't know how significant the biggest issue that seems to be with everyone is bugs. I don't know how significant it is. It seems to be quite significant. However, there is a day zero patch coming in an hour. Oh my god, Cyberpunk releases in an hour. There's that, and there's also the drivers, NVIDIA drivers, that have been now installed or been released. So there's a lot of different elements. I don't know if what the reviewers had was a very, very early version of what the public are going to have. I don't know. It's kind of a wait and see, but it seems like with this game, from what I've seen with reviews, that it's at least going to be good. Like, it's not a disappointment. There's going to be good elements to it. Like, it is what you wanted in a way. But yeah, we'll see. I'm spending the whole week playing it, and then hopefully putting a review video out next week. Depending how long. I mean, I'm going to be playing it so much. I've kind of pre-recorded videos in advance, so I know I'm going to be sat playing it every fucking night, maybe every fucking day, every morning. I'm a bit worried about my life for the next few days. As some of you might be as well if you're very much looking forward to this. What time is launch party? 8 minutes. I think. Don't quote. I don't know. Cyberpunk are like very quiet about the whole thing. The Twitter account, at least, they put a reminder up on their Twitter account. I've set the reminder. I'm waiting for that reminder to go off. So once it goes off, I'll share with you what happens. But we'll see. Do we have to install a patch before we can play the game? So the news on that, Jordan, was that if you pre-ordered the game on PlayStation Store, the download, or sorry, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever, console, the download of the pre-downloads already contains a patch, is what I heard, or what one of the devs said on Twitter. He also said that if you're playing on PC or GOG or Steam, when the game releases, there is a 1 to 2, maybe 3, I can't remember exactly, but 1 to 3 gigabyte update that will happen once the game goes live. So if you're playing on PC, there's a 1 to 3 gigabyte update. And if you're playing on console, it seems like all that stuff is already ready to go on the console. It's just PC will have to download something. So I will have to wait a little bit as the patch gets downloaded and applied to the game. So that's everything I've heard. So yeah, it just really depends where you're playing it. It's a masterpiece. I hope it is. If I make a video in a week's time and my video title says masterpiece like I did with the Witcher 3 video review, then it's a good day, I guess. They said something about exclusive items for launch party. Do you have any idea how that will work? I have zero idea. I'm as in much of the dark as pretty much everyone else is. So I don't. No one knows much about this Cybernight thing. They kept it very, very quiet. They haven't really said too many things. Although, yeah, I'm not really sure. It just seems to be something that's happening on Twitter, so I'm not really sure how they would give away exclusive items. I know they can do that on Twitch, but I've never seen Twitter do it either. Yeah. Let's see if they've updated anything for the time being. I'll keep checking. But I don't see anything. It's meant to be... So it's 5 minutes, 43 seconds. There should be something going up. I do not see anything, guys, at the moment. I don't know how Twitter video works. I guess it just... You get a reminder and that's it. And then you get... But yeah, there's nothing on here now. There's just, it seems to be a trailer or something that's on there. So that's all that there's there. Yeah, guys, let me know how you're gonna play. So if you've just come in, so I've been toying with the idea of what to do first, and mine is just female, nomad, light weapons, hacker. That's kind of what I'm gonna start. But again, first playthrough, I'm normally just going to be like taking the game in rather than focusing on a build. Maybe down the line I will, but yeah, that's kind of how I'm just going to play this game. All I want for Christmas this year is diarrhea. Thank you, BartFox64. Well, you never know, you might get it. This game looks incredible. Bugs will be ironed out. It means nothing. Witcher 3 was buggy at the start. It was indeed. I just don't know how game breaking it is. Like, especially if you're playing the game for the first time, you don't want that experience ruined by bugs. That's my only worry with it. I do agree that it will get ironed out, but you know, first experience playing the game, you don't want bugs interfering with it. So that's the only thing I'm a bit worried about. But yeah, I agree. Witcher 3 was a mess. First week playing that game, it was something else. Lots of things happened the first week. There's just I had like a glitch. I think it happened twice, or maybe even 3 times, where my sword, so the steel sword, I bought. It would happen whenever I bought a steel sword from a merchant or something. So, say it was like 59 DPS or whatever the damage was. I think it was just damage, wasn't it? 50 in The Witcher 3. I can't remember now, but there was like 59 damage or something. I would buy it, and then every time I would swing it or hit something with it, more or less, the damage would like switch between like a 30 and a 60 or 59. Like every time I go into the menu, it would change like its value, and it seemed like every time I went into combat, it would come out a different value. And that was the first week when I was playing that game. I was like, this is just annoying. So I had a sword that kept switching its damage outputs every single fucking time. I think I even like sent a message to them saying this is so bad that I ended up sending a message to like CD Projekt Red and going, yeah, I've got a bug. It's really bad. So that was fun. But yeah, I don't expect anything that bad. I assume, but you never know, I guess. I saw some footage on Xbox One S, and it seems like a lot of texture glitches and lag. Yeah, this is the only worry as well, is that they haven't shown any footage of... They've shown footage of Series X and PlayStation 4 Pro, but they haven't shown any footage of the base PlayStation and the base Xbox. Nor did reviewers have any access to the console. So when people were a console version, so when people were reviewing Cyberpunk, all they could play it on is PC, which would worry me if I was playing this on console. So that's another thing. Yeah, there's a couple of things that are a bit worrying, but we'll have to just wait and see. All speculation at the moment. We don't know exactly how this game is going to perform. We'll know in about an hour's time. All right, so Cybernight, is it up now? Are we ready to go? I'm still nothing at the moment. I guess we have 1 minute left. We'll see. I'll get through these comments before we start. Launch party starts on YouTube soon. Go, go, go. Where is it? It's on the CD Projekt Red's account, you mean? I do not see anything on YouTube at the moment, so I'm still on Twitter, just checking anything. We've got 26 seconds. Are the files on Steam compressed, or do we only have 50 gigs so far? 50 gigs so far, but they are adding a patch when the game goes live. That's the only thing I know so far. It's about 3 gigs, I think. Apparently very weak at the start. I heard that too. That's kind of good, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Do we have distinct classes, or is it a tree system that we can build whatever? It is a fluid class system. So it's not, you don't pick a class, you just kind of pick your perks and where you want to be good in. So it's not a class system. That's all. It's a fluid class system. I still don't... Okay, so that... Where is it? You've asked questions, now we got the answers. Oh, it's here. Okay, it's on Twitter Gaming. Way. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's get this going. There we go. There you go. It seems like it's only a Twitter thing. I don't know is it anywhere else. Let's just see what this brings. I'm guessing it's going to be very much a Q&A session, so get our last minute Q&As before this game comes out, I guess, if people want to check out. So, yeah, sorry, just go back at the classes. It's a fluid class system, and it's kind of, as I said, like a tree system. Different perks will kind of determine what kind of character you're going to be, but there's no classes that you pick. You just sort of pick your perks and pick what kind of things you want to do, and over time that will determine what kind of person you are. What difficulty are you guys going to play? I can't decide between hard and very hard. Okay. I'll come back to your questions in a minute, just see what's going on here. Is it just an hour-long video of Twitter tweets?
Hey, it's Paris. Welcome
hi, Paris.
to Ask a Dev. And I want to thank everyone out there in Twitter for submitting your questions. There were so many to go through. We tried to sort through the best ones, and I'm going to do the best I can.
Yeah, it's Q&A.
To submit these questions to the devs. So I want to welcome both Miles
Hello.
and Patrick
Howdy.
from CD Projekt Red to sit here and answer your burning questions about Cyberpunk 2077. All right, let's start with question number 1. How did you come up with the multiple life path choices, and is there anything specifically that influenced or inspired each one?
I'm
gonna move my camera out of the way, guys, because the question's out of the way.
2020 is really the big inspiration there. In the tabletop game that Cyberpunk is based on, you actually have a life path at the beginning when you create your character, and that tells you where your character is from, if your character has any family members, friends, and things like that, experiences that your character has had. We tried to pull out 3 iconic experiences from the Cyberpunk world, the Corpo, the Street Kid, and the Nomad, and we incorporated those into the story so that you could pick between those and sort of get an idea of who your character is before you start.
All right, and let's go ahead and answer that next question, which is, when you began development all those years ago, what did you think would be the biggest hurdles in development? And now, only a couple days away from
I'm probably going to play this game on very hard, because I kind of want to do...
God, that's a difficult one, Patrick. It's actually also yours, because...
Actually, I might do it on hard.
We did this development on
just to
Cyberpunk
see where
that,
the game is in terms of difficulty.
2012 even, right? Was it as
not too hard, but hard enough.
Due to Witcher 3, most of the team switched actually over to help out with Witcher 3 at some point, right? And then it was in sort of 2016, after Blood and Wine, when the entire team switched back to Cyberpunk. That's when I came on board of the project as well. But Patrick, is actually one of the very few OG Cyberpunk developers that's been with us since 2012, and that's why I think...
God, what was the biggest hurdle? I think the biggest hurdle was just production. Trying to figure out how expensive, how much it was going to take to get the game done, and how to make it get done, and how to work all that out. That's an ongoing problem with any project of this size. And certainly it wasn't planned that we'd have to pull everybody over to work on Witcher 3 as well. So, that was something.
Yeah, and I suppose, with how many iterations this game went through in all these years, it's sort of really hard to say what was the most difficult thing at any given point in time, because, if you just look at the versions that we had, the game changed dramatically. It's like 4 different, 5 different games, depending on how many iterations we actually went through, which I'm not quite sure how many there were, but...
I feel the same way. I mean, I was telling some people who are sort of new to the project, we're launching soon, and I was just regaling them with all the previous versions of the game that we had done and telling them, this happened and we did this and you're supposed to be able to do this.
I would love to know the first version of this game, what it was like.
So there's a lot to talk about.
Before the delays and everything
next
happened.
Question. What's the process of creating quests? Also, looking at Cyberpunk 2020, what was the process behind choosing what to keep, what not, and what to change?
That's a good question.
Bozos were a big deal back in that game, but they are nowhere to be seen in 2077, apparently?
Good question.
Well, I feel like there's two questions there, so I'll take them on one after the other. As for how we create quests, usually we start with just an idea. That idea can be a cool scene, a cool character, some twist that happens in the story, something like that. We turn that into like a paragraph description, and then the quest designer figures out how to turn that into something that the player can actually play with gameplay chunks and proper pacing and story bits and all of that. We turn that into like a document explaining how the quest is going to work, and then we break that down into pieces and figure out exactly who's going to be responsible for building each piece. Putting them all together is the quest designer's responsibility, and making sure that it works. And then you just iterate and iterate and iterate. You do it over and over again until you get it the way that you like it, you know? So it's important to try to get it right in the documentation as best you can, so that you have to iterate later on when it gets more expensive less frequently. As for deciding what to keep and what not to keep from the lore of 2020 and all of that, well, you know, we wanted this to be a continuity with the original.
Thanks, guys, for subscribing. I just noticed. Thank you very much.
So we tried to keep as much of that.
Very nice of you guys. Sorry.
When we change things, we always try to put a twist on it, some sort of spin that's plausible and doesn't break that continuity. But certainly there are omissions that get made if they don't make sense for the story. If your character is unlikely to...
Holy fuck, we have 42 people watching? What the fuck?
Character or in this case, a specific gang from the original 2020 books. If that doesn't fit thematically...
Hi, guys. Oh, no! No! It's not my fault, right? Because I'm still streaming?
But they might not show up in this particular game, because you have to decide what...
Oh no, this is why you don't stream on Twitter Gaming. What the fuck? Oh dear. Okay,
to the next question.
There we go.
Cyberpunk 2077, coming out with many different languages all over the world. What types of challenges did you guys have to overcome? The differences in language with jokes and story, and did you have to change any dialogue completely?
Cyberpunk 2077 Wine Edition.
That's a difficult question for us,
Never know.
quest designers and level designers, but I can say we have a robust localization team that is stationed all around the world. They're all native speakers in their languages and experts on their culture. And we pretty much leave that to them. You know, if they think something needs to change, they'll work with the English adaptation team or sometimes the Polish writers directly to try to get all that working and try to make it as smooth as possible. If you, for example, it can even extend beyond just the dialogue, because if, for example, you create a storyline for a character from a certain culture, and you build that out and you think, oh, this is great, but then our localizers from that country say, this doesn't quite make sense, maybe we should do it this way. We listen to them and we try to incorporate those changes into the stuff, because we want everyone around the world to play this in whatever language they prefer.
Does everyone know how many languages are actually putting this into?
We want to give you
The
a parity
10?
of experience,
Something like that.
so that if you're playing the game in Brazil and you're playing the game in
That'd be
Spain,
10, it'd be
and you're
like
playing the
20,
game in
wouldn't
Japan,
it?
and you're playing the game in the United
Plus
States,
20 bucks.
you're all playing the same game, and we try to get all of that stuff right.
I'm always fascinated by that kind of localization.
That question is spend a lot of
how
time
they
on
make a game, like localize it into.
I can actually
someone's
add a little
language
bit
and
to
stuff.
that. I guess this is sort of the real strength where it comes in to have most of our localization being done in-house, right? I don't think that's something many studios do around the world, and I think that especially with us being a studio that focuses on storytelling, this is really where the magic happens, when the localization writers are able to talk directly with the actual story writers and interact there and make sure that the content is properly localized within different languages. And I must say also, I can of course really only speak about the German dub version, because other than the English ones, I don't speak any other language other than German. But one of the beautiful things that I've noticed is that the individual teams working on their respective languages, they're putting a lot of extra love and effort into their languages. And having played both versions, It's really cool to see that there's moments where I find personally that the German version actually works a bit better because the joke is different, right? It translates a bit different. Maybe the voice cast I find better for that character. And then there's versions where I think the English version is better, right? And even the cast that you have in these different languages can really affect sort of how a performance is really carried, right? We do try to keep them sort of on. Oops. We do try to keep them sort of on the same level, of course, but it's nice to have a certain flavor and uniqueness in each separate version that actually makes it feel, like this language is almost like the original voiceover language, right? Which in games is a bit difficult to say, but I think there's a high level of authenticity that I hope that when players actually get to play it in their language, they will really appreciate.
20+, yeah.
That is awesome. Now, I have another question. This will be for both of you. And I think I know the guy that asked this question. He's a pretty cool guy. But he says, how much does level design impact quest concepts and structure? If you have an amazing idea for a quest, could this force a change in level design? In development, which comes first? The level, the quest concept, or are they both created in tandem? He's a real cool guy that has.
We all have like different answers on it depending on who you ask. Of course, the level design is more important. No, I will say that this is a really cool question because I know in the past it's sort of like it bounces off each other really, right? I know in Witcher 3 we've had moments where, we've came up with locations that we then later filled up with quest content. I remember going to certain quest designers going like, dude, we have this location, like, couldn't we do something cool here, right? Or it also happens the other way around, where our quest designers, right, they will have come up with an interesting stage, right, if you will, for their quest, and they're asking us to come up, to help prepare that stage. And usually this process is a lot of fun because, it's like two completely different creative angles trying to chip away at the same problems and challenges, right? And trying to find common grounds. And it's nice to see how you can sort of uplift each other from these different perspectives. And one thing that I also find very fascinating with this is that usually, I know at least the level designers that I know I work with, they sort of are, sort of humble enough to kind of go, okay, we're a studio about story, right? We try to infuse a lot of, put a lot of focus on the gameplay aspect of this, but in the end, we want to tell a story. And I have no shame in admitting that usually in our studio, then the quest design takes the higher priority, right? Because that's ultimately how the player will play the game, right? I can prepare different paths. I can say, okay, you might break through this door, you might break through this door, but there
it's up for 20
how the player goes it. And I'm
20 something languages and lip sync is for 10.
The player needs to go here, but rather, you find your own path. I like to akin the way we design our locations to this sort of like penetrable fortress design, right? And so yeah, in that sense, the stage is entirely for the quest designers to infuse.
And Miles, from my point of view, anytime you make a suggestion, it's fantastic, and I almost always incorporate it. So,
all right, let's go on to the next question.
I'm always fascinated by localization and stuff.
Your work
I kind of wanted to
players won't even see behind the scenes.
Make a documentary about it with different level on my other YouTube channel.
That's really good. Like I know that during development, there's so many moments,
make a documentary,
like conversations, coffee break conversations, where you're frustrated and you go like, oh man, I have to do this really annoying task because which job doesn't have them, right? And it needs to be done because it contributes to the experience, but it's something literally no one really appreciates as much as the work that goes into it. And one thing, actually, all right, I've got to do it. I'm going in. Topic is doors, right? So doors in game design, especially in our game, is a really, really hugely complex topic. But to players, it's a thing they they don't notice. They pass through it, right? But doors in level design can be so many things. They can be an obstacle, right? They can be a passage. They can be an option. And for our quest designers, right, they can be tools to sort of guide the narrative, right? These are now locked, but after you do a certain thing, these open and you can do stuff. And it allows us to guide the player through levels in many certain ways. And then, they're not just easy things that just work like that when you actually play the game, right? Doors are super difficult when you try to bring AI into the whole fray, right? Because these AI characters, they don't understand what a door is and how it works, right? You need to teach them, and then you need to explain to them. And then, these AI characters, they need to understand how to deal with a door in combat, right? When they can pass through, when they can't. And I know for a long time I remember when we were debugging this game a long time ago, there was this one bug where NPCs would just open locked doors as they walk past it. And the whole idea was that, of course, when an NPC walks past the door, they should be able to open it, right? But this was like the first iteration of bringing this in, and it caused this issue where, like, suddenly NPCs could walk everywhere and unlock passages for the player that they weren't meant to go through, just like that, right? And it's something that by the end of the whole process, when the player plays it, it's hopefully something you don't have to mind twice, right? But for us, it's a huge thing. We spend a lot of times and meetings on it, and yeah.
If you're Irish, your boy Danny O'Dwyer is besties with CD Projekt Red. And he does cool game docs. Yeah, I'm aware of NoClip. Yeah, I love NoClip. They were a big inspiration for my other YouTube channel called Different Level, which is mostly like
complicated sometimes, like
video game documentaries as well. But
you can actually
Danny's cool. I've spoken to Danny before. He's a cool guy.
They're talking to you, having a conversation. You're playing the quest
from a different part of Ireland, I believe.
I
think it's Waterford
or
something, or Wexford.
And the quest needs to be able to suspend itself and keep running, so that when you go back, it will continue, but at the same time also not break your game. And sometimes we have those things where if you go and you walk away, something different will happen. Sometimes we just have it suspended. Either way, the vast majority of players won't see that in any of the specific sequences, but we have to build them each time so that you can do exactly that. And it's really, really complicated, and very few people are ever going to see it. And I think I'm proud of the stuff that Quest Design, the cinematics team have done to make that system work.
What fascinates me most about games like this is that all the stuff you won't see in the first playthrough, especially, like people spend like hours and hours probably building out stuff.
None of you will ever use, right? Because you will break a lot of hearts. But in a game where you can move freely as you talk, right, in most of the conversations, and everything happens in real time around you, how do you skip a dialogue, right? Like, what happens? In Witcher 3, the camera was locked, Geralt was locked into his camera, right? You could skip and it would just literally jump forward in this section. But how does this happen when everything still keeps happening around you, right? And we were thinking about a lot of things, fade in, fade out, and then it just pop forward. And ultimately, we decided to do something much, much more elaborate, right? Which is allowing the player to literally, the time goes fast forward, right? And people who skip it, they might go, that's cool, once they do it first time, but then they will press the button and just kind of forget about it. But that's also something that took us a long time to figure out and to get right. Only to implement a feature that I know none of you will ever
The whole world goes quicker when you skip dialogue instead of just skipping dialogue.
Would be the hardest part of the whole game.
That's weird, especially if you're out in the open. Like the whole world skips like a couple of frames.
Implemented. This person is very excited for the game and hopes you have a great day.
I've got to check that out.
I mean, one of our rules about creating this world was that this needs to feel like a real world. It needs to feel like its own world. Yeah. And for that, we created an all original soundtrack. There are very few licensed tracks on there. We created fake brands for all these different corporations. Some of them are from 2020, some of them are our own creations. We created advertisements for all of those. We came up with an entire history of the city using the 2020 material and, of course, the material from Cyberpunk Red, which is the new version of the tabletop role-playing game, and then our own history to come up with this history of the city, the different architectural styles, the different art styles being used, the movements of different populations. All of that stuff creates this place that we hope feels very real. And if it feels that real, like, you're just going to soak it in, and you're going to want to soak it in. And
That's what I want to do.
when it comes to like that
Oh
kind of
God, guys,
decision,
we
the
have
the player has to be
40
a willing
minutes
participant, right? And you have to
until
meet the
your
player
release
halfway.
comes out.
They have to come part of the way. You have to go part of the way. But you're always saying, "Come on, come a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer. Come on, let me take you. Let me show you the city. Let me show you this world that we've created." So all of that ties into the atmosphere. It also comes back to, again, theme, tone. Make sure that the stories you're telling are the stories that you want to tell, and that they have, that they rhyme with one another, so that this topic doesn't get left just in that quest. It carries over to here, and this character has these traits, and that is, and that is a foil for this other character. All of that stuff is just a way of bringing the player along and getting them to believe in the world.
Circling back, what would you say would be the hardest part of the whole game to create?
That really depends on whom you ask. I'm sure like a cinematic designer will have a different answer, which is also valid,
well,
right?
Let me ask it this way then. Let me ask it this way. I'm going to freestyle it. So I think what the person's trying to say is, when you think of the game as the whole, what was some of the biggest challenges? What was something that was very hard to implement into the game throughout the process?
Yeah, I think that's still going to depend on who you ask. If you ask a programmer, they're going to say streaming.
There you go.
I don't know. Miles, what do you have to say? I mean, like in terms of like the level design, because this is pretty different for us, right?
Yeah, it's. I think once I start, you'll probably find some similarities, because for me, it must have been the non-linearity that we tried to do, not only with the story but also in our gameplay, right? Because we are providing the player with tons and tons of tools and different options of how you can actually play the game, right? You can, and I've said this before, right? You have so many different options in terms of weapons you can use, be it the melee, super far range, close range, shotguns, whatever, right? Do you want to play it stealthy? Do you want to play more aggressive? Do you want to hack devices and manipulate the environment around you? Or do you want to be able to craft very powerful grenades and just blow everything up? And I haven't even touched on the topic of different cyberware that you can get, right? And the different ways you can build your character to support all of these different playstyles. And for us, in level design, for sure, it must have been one of the most difficult tasks to make sure that all of these different playstyles are properly represented in the design, so that they all get their moment to shine, right? Because what good is it to have the ability to use your immense strength to crack open doors if there's no doors to crack open within the world, right? And you don't want to invest points into a skill and end up in a situation where you feel like, well, but I'd never get to use this. What if
I agree, Sean.
maybe at the end there's one moment.
I'm happy everyone's getting to play it in 36 minutes or so.
It
comes out.
Things, right? It's trying to incorporate.
It's been a long fucking wait.
Stuff that you do. And that takes
wait.
a lot of playtesting also to make sure it feels good, right? To come up with different paths that the player can do. That it almost, it's almost when we play, we have this moment where we often ask ourselves, okay, what would I like to do as a Netrunner type character? What would I like to do as a strong solo type character right now, right here? If I was going in guns blazing and I find myself in this spot, I run out of ammo. Can I kind of support this, right? Or maybe there's an awesome gun that you can grab right off the ground and then start shooting with, or maybe we place some ammo.
Don't knock over my drink.
Maybe we need to add more hackable devices in a specific area that you can use to, I don't know, manipulate enemies into being distracted or blow them up when they get too close at something. And all of this becomes specifically complex and difficult when you consider that we also have a story that we want to tell, right? Because in by itself, making a sandbox location is not super mega difficult. It is a challenging task, but it becomes like 11 out of 10 difficult when you consider that there's certain story beats that you have, right? And non-linearity in my level design might break the flow of a quest, right? Where it's maybe supposed to be much more straightforward conversation or in certain scenarios. And God knows, we've had situations where, I came in all excited and I'm like, Patrick, I have this, look what my level can do. And he's like, yeah, but you just broke my quest here, and like this is not working anymore. And I'm like, oh God. And we try to find like how to make things work, and it's part of iteration, this, right? And again, very fascinating if arduous process. And I do think that the end result is really worth it. Like, you're going above and beyond to sort of provide for all these playstyles, because it truly allows this pen and paper character of the game to shine through, right? This freestyling of any situation, of going like, okay, I want to do this, and I roll my dice, and then the game master, which is in this case us, just has to roll with the punches, right? And yeah, that's sort of how we see ourselves.
Now, moving along to the next question. This is a kind of
fucking love
So
describing
this person is
something
saying
like
they're
it's
mostly
a
fascinated by how the team developed all
RPG,
these new
like tabletop
systems
RPG.
by stepping into such a new genre.
That's
the
a good
sound
sign.
of distant gunfire, projectile-based combat, driving systems. These were all designed from the ground up, correct?
Yes, for this game, yeah.
That's sort of, that comes with us using our own tech for the most part, right? We have our own engine, so everything, not all, we do is in-house, right? Which comes with its perks, but also disadvantages. However, I don't think making the game the way we actually ended up doing it would have been possible without that. I don't know. I know that our quest tools are really powerful. I was quite impressed jumping into this, yeah. So, you know, and we do quests, so there goes.
Very nice. So along those lines, so this one is more about open worlds. So this person is saying, for open worlds, how do you decide when enough is enough? You can add loot, trash, world marketing, etc. till the end of time. But who makes the call on when to say, all right, that's it, we're done, this is complete?
Production and directors. Pretty much. It ends there. But it's, you know, even for us, it's hard to say that. You know, like, one thing I always thought was pretty insane that we actually added is that sort of we have this thing we call combat events, which are, I think, our
Thank you, Stephen Curry,
unit of content. They're
for
the
subscribing.
equivalent of the wolves roaming the fields in Witcher 3, right? It's just gangers hanging out in the city. And for us, it was important still that when we placed these, which they're literally just waiting for the player to come around and kill them, right? But we didn't ever want to put up this feeling. So what we did is we made really, really sure that we actually always gave them a little thing to do, right? You stumble upon these gang guys, and they'll always be doing something. They might just be hanging out, getting drunk, right? They might be trying to break into a vending machine, or they are robbing someone, actually, or holding them at gunpoint, right? And it really adds to this feeling and atmosphere of Night City. And we didn't stop there.
Yes, the Johnny,
we actually, for
he's incredibly stealthy. Max stats and stealth, my cat. It is a him. His name is Sherlock.
Each of these has. So basically, there are different permutations that this combat event can appear in. So you might come across once.
He pops into my videos now and again.
Right?
He's kind of a known celebrity on the High My Name is Dan channel.
There might be some gang guys just hanging out, 3 or 4 enemies. And they may be, you know, robbing someone, right? So you can interfere and get some loot, right? Some experience points, test your new skills, you know, and or your cyberware. And then when you come back, at least 2 days later, there'll be enemies at the same spot, but they'll be doing something different, right? And the composition of encounter might be slightly different, right? So there's a slight alteration, right? They'll not be robbing someone, they won't just respawn just like that, but they'll be trying to vandalize. There's a different group of enemies, and they'll vandalizing the walls with graffiti or something, right? And these events can also be time dependent. So sometimes they might be available at daytime, sometimes they're at nighttime, and certainly the characteristic of the district, right? How dangerous it is plays a role there. And this kind of causes like a very interesting thing to happen when you explore the world, because, you know, things slightly feel different. I don't think, this is one of the things. I don't think most players will really notice this, because, you know, how often do you really look at the 3 gang guys hanging out that you kill, and how high is the chance that you remember what they were doing when you came back 3 days later, right? And kill them again. But I think subconsciously, there's something the player notices, like a variety, right? Like, there's something different. It just helps make this feel.
30 minutes to go.
Generally, one of our approaches is when doing these things, you know, when we go into ridiculous detail with some things that we do, we sort of think that, you know, the sum of things comes from the many small things that we add, right? And they contribute to the larger picture of making this believable world that feels alive, you know, that you can get lost in. And these are the little tricks and things where we go above and beyond to sort of make that happen.
When it comes to those small things, there's something magic about small things, which is, so there's an adage that I heard from a comedy writer that said this back in the 90s. He said, don't ever fail to tell a joke because not enough people will get it. Because the fewer people that get that joke, the funnier it will be for those people. And I think it's the same for that kind of content, where if you create something that's very, very small and very few people see it, it becomes special for them. And then when they tell their friends and they say, hey, I was at this place in Watson, and I was walking around the corner, and I saw this thing, and then this other thing happened, and so on. And you tell people about those things, and they didn't see those things. It becomes your thing, and those are the things that you hold on to and you remember about a game more than the overall, like.
That's a very fucking clever thing
and you remember that, but
to
you
think
remember
about.
that the same as everybody else. And I mean, this goes to the heart of RPGs and what makes RPGs and choice and concept.
Especially for an RPG, yeah.
Special is that by playing it, it becomes yours.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's
very fucking.
I mean, it's great to make. It's really great to make. It's just
complex.
Yeah, producers have to tell you when to stop because we could go on forever. So
yeah.
Right. Now, let's take it back to when the first trailer came out. So 7 years ago, you had the first trailer and you had this clear idea of what the game would look like, I guess. But how much has that idea or view changed with time?
Oh, God. Wow. Fun fact, by the way, I started at CD Projekt Red literally...
Have you guys seen that first trailer again?
Oh, wow.
How different it
I
is
was joining
compared to
and
now?
going like, why is everyone so tense? What's
The
going on?
CGI trailer. I mean, yeah.
It was also, I guess, when we were doing our first previews of
With the cop
Witcher 3, which
and the girl with the mantis blades and all that.
So, but Patrick, since you've been like one of the OGs, you
7 years ago,
better than I do.
We've been
Nearly
making
8.
this game for a long time, and one of the things about making video games this big and at this level of production is iteration. And you build stuff and you build back, and you build stuff and you build back. And every time you do that, you try to keep the thing that worked before. But this game has been in production for a long time, so there's been a lot of build up and build back. So how far has this game come? I go back and I look at some of our early demos, and you can definitely see, you can see the skeleton of what's going to be in there, but all the details change. And it's exciting to see. We've got some people who haven't been on the project very long, and like I said before, I've been talking to them about what the project
28
used
minutes
to be
left
like.
since 2013. It feels like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, sometimes they're very surprised to see.
There's.
The old footage.
I remember someone putting out something on the subreddit of
Next
Cyberpunk, I think, or CD Projekt
Where do you
Red,
start
saying
with the
like.
world? Like, do you just...
Isn't it strange how
section
different things
by
used to
section
be
detail
since this game
or
got
the
announced,
whole
and how
thing
many people
first
did probably
and detail
die
later?
waiting for this to come out?
God.
Um,
That is really one of these where, where you meet at the beginning, like, how do you start with the
It's been a long time. It's just been such a long time. But
the cool thing or the interesting thing about this is there's not
25
really
minutes.
one starting point where you go, okay, now we build a world, right? The way we start shaping our worlds comes from many sort of different angles, right? There would be, for example, the story side, right? When the story is being written and then the quest designers start creating their quest designs, there's already sort of like a rough idea for the scope, the places that we'll need, right? At least in its most roughest state. So that helps, when you have to look at your huge piece of empty paper, white paper, and just go, okay. So there's at least already some dots, and you just need to figure out where to shift them. In our case, what also really helped is that we actually we were using the source material, of course, from Mike Pondsmith, since the game is rooted in the pen and paper RPG lore, which gave us a lot of additional points, right, and hints. So now we are looking at even more dots that we can already start shuffling around, right? And then we were also looking at it from the point of view that we kind of know it's in a real world spot, right? So it's in California. Right? It's on the coast. And just talking about a coastal city that is so technologically advanced as Night City is, you can make a few assumptions onto what you would expect from this kind of city. For example, hey, this probably should have some kind of harbor that would support, world trade. There might be some industrial areas that sort of go with this. Night City is a place where technology has risen and is being promoted to rise to an insane degree. So you expect to be to have a kind of area that's sort of the Silicon Valley of Night City, right? And all of these little things, you start trying to get more and more clues, if you will, onto your piece of paper, and then you start shuffling them around, right? And that starts forming the shape of a rough city. We actually consulted city designers to help us, like actual urban architects, to kind of help us out, to figure out how a actual city space works, right? And this is the cool part of a level design job as well, because you need to kind of get into these things, right? You become a little bit of an architect, you become a little bit of a urban planner yourself, right? And then we broke down the city into its different districts, again, as inspired by the lore. You try to write down sort of the rough characteristics of each district. So Watson, mostly industrial, right? Shocked by earthquakes, high level in crime, and all that stuff. And
I was a virgin when the first trailer came out. I'm still a virgin to this day.
And divide it into further sub-districts, and you give them each different characteristics. So again, with Watson, that would be Little China, the Arasaka waterfront, and Northside Industrial.
You'll get there, buddy. Don't worry.
Right? And as you sort of iron this out, hammer this out more and more, it starts, to also connect to the other pieces. You kind of realize, okay, if this is the industrial heart of the city, or this used to be, then this means the actual industrial heart has moved somewhere else. So that could be this district, right? And how would that look, right? Where do the people that work here actually live? Like do they travel from the city? Like, city center, for example, has a huge subway area, right?
By the way, that wasn't me saying that. That was someone in the chat. That was Johnny Pinos in the chat. That wasn't me saying that just randomly all of a sudden.
You bring that all together, and
I know you'll fucking take it the wrong way.
Something that not only feels believable in a life, but also that something that has a lot of variety in it for the player to actually explore. And this is something that we really try to break down with each district, right? And I think you will find that if you actually travel the city, you will notice that, there's some very distinct looking districts which really help you to navigate this space, right? You'll be into Japantown, okay, I'm in Japantown simply by looking around. But at the same time, it's not like we created 6 cities, but one coherent one that connects well together and that sort of seemingly transitions in a very believable way. You could really look at Night City and go, I think, this could exist. And in parts even, having been lucky to have traveled a bit in my life already, it's really cool to have these little flashback moments where I'm like, man, this reminds me of my vacation in Tokyo, right? And oh, this remembers when I was walking in downtown LA, and it's really, really crazy. And I hope people will have these same moments and these same emotions that we have when we play this stuff.
All right, so let's go on to the next question. Now, earlier I asked you what was the hardest part of creating the game, but this is for both of you, Miles and Patrick. What was the highlight of development? Obviously, there's so much good stuff in development and hard times. But for you personally, what part during the 7 years do you consistently
finishing
look
it
back to and smile about?
Miles, you want to go first?
No, I just spent a lot of time talking. Let me think.
Okay, I'll talk then. I have my answer. My answer is actually pretty recent, and maybe that's just recency bias. But for me, once everything really starts to come together and you start to play the game and you're playing it, and I've been in this industry a while and I've worked on games, and one of the things about just working on games is that when you play an unfinished game, it's never fun. It's never fun. And there's a moment on a project where if your game is good, you're going to play the game, and you sit down to play it because you got to play it, because you have to know what's in the game and you have to know how it works. And you start playing it and you realize you don't want to stop.
I'm waiting for these comments to come in about Cyberpunk not being finished.
See the whole thing. And that
there we go.
for me when that moment hit, it was like, yeah, you know, that was also my favorite moment of Witcher 3, is sitting down to play it and just being like, I want to keep playing. This is really good. This is exactly the kind of game that I want to play, and I helped make it. And it's great. It's very rewarding.
Yeah, for me, I think, you know, it's quite similar. I don't have like the, or maybe actually, like it's oddly similar between Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk. You know, like when you're working on a game this complex, you tend to be very close to your own work at a certain point, right? And you start, you know, to kind of lose track of what is going on around you outside of your own work, essentially, right? Or the bit of the game that you're working on. And it's, you know, it can be frustrating.
The thing about The Witcher was it's technically a smaller scale if you think about it, because all you could get around is really horses and stuff.
You know, at a similar rate. And then it's really a magical moment, you know.
Still a lot of detail.
Through this tunnel vision, you sit down. And I remember this very vividly in Witcher 3.
This game
where
is
it was,
something else by the looks of things.
Branching out to a different game for now. But so that was like at one point, it's not like it's like a moment where it's like, okay, it's slowly happening, but it's sort of from one day to the other. You know, you start playing it, and I was walking through Novigrad, right? And, you know, the soundtrack, the music came in, the ambient music, right? I heard the people walking around. I remember it was like morning time, and the one thing that really brought that feeling home to me, like, you know, I was already sitting there going like, man, this is crazy. I think I'm getting some really good vibes here, was when then suddenly the bell tower started ringing, right? And that bell is something that is exactly the sound of my place that I grew up with. The church in there had exactly that sound. So I was walking through the city getting these bells. I'm like, oh crap, holy shit, this is insane. And I had like a very similar moment in Cyberpunk when I was walking through, there must have been sort of the Haywood or city center area, right? For the first time in a while, and I noticed, you know, like the ads had come in, and then suddenly, you know, as I was walking, it wasn't just that there were people walking around, the cars, the traffic system started to come in, right? But also, again, it was like a crisp morning. I don't know if it's that sort of my time that I get triggered. So, you know, like then the loudspeakers were blaring their ads, right? It was like a calm moment interrupted by all your scenery, and it really reminded me of walking down Venice Beach in a way, right? You know, like you have these moments as you walk down, you know, where different kinds of audio inputs, they kind of come in, you know, you hear people talking, having a conversation on the street, some awesome banter that sort of fades out as you continue.
Cyberpunk is going to be the ultimate people watching game again.
Some sort of food stall or like a shop, or, you know,
the closest we've got to next gen people watching.
Really immersive sort of experience, and that was sort of the moment where I went like, oh man, I think this city, we're actually making something really, really special here. But it's never something that sort of slowly happened, you know, for me. It's always this moment where I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Then you suddenly, you walk through it and you're like, wow. It's like you find your zen, right? And you're like, okay, wow, there's something here.
Well, and to bounce off of that, you know, you said the thing. You
verticality in this game is going to be insane.
You can't tell what's going on. All you can see are the problems that you have to deal with. And so that moment of realizing that you've made something special, or that we've made something special, almost always comes playing somebody else's part. And I'm not going to tell you what quest it was, but there was a quest where I'm playing through it, and like Miles says, the music was in. The lighting was in, the VO was in, the acting was really good, the writing in that scene is really fantastic, and I'm playing it, and hair goes up. I get goosebumps all over, because I suddenly, like, not only is this game good, but this scene is really good, and if this scene is good, then everything is good, and it's that moment, you get really excited about it, and that's a special feeling. That's a really special feeling.
Hope you enjoy your new Nintendo box game, you nerd. Thanks, Sam.
Those kind of stories, because
mate,
as a gamer, that gets me excited to want to play it, to know that you, the people that are actually making the game, have those moments, you know, during the development process. All right, so next question. Let's kind of circle back to life paths, and this one is there a best order of life paths if you will invest in going through them sequentially.
Well,
I doubt they're going to tell you that.
I don't know that there's a...
No, like they'd love them all. They wouldn't put a shit one in there, would they?
I think that Nomad is really good for a first playthrough because your character also...
Good, that's what I'm doing. That's what I want to hear.
Also my favorite life path.
Confirmed. Nomad is better.
Pick and choose. I mean, Street Kid is really good. Corpo lets you be an absolute dickhead. So, you know...
That's actually, you know, the
On
cool
second
thing.
thought.
And I was actually, honestly, I was quite impressed and surprised that we ended up with this, that the balance between the life paths seems to be really, really good. In that, you know, if you ask any given person within the studio, they will give what their favorite life path is. They will give you a different answer. And this is even the same for our directors. It's like anyone who you ask. And for example, I really think, you know...
Guys, we're coming up to 10 minutes.
Intro is the coolest one. I used to be on the Nomad boat, but I kind of switched. And I think it's just for me, you know... I guess it might be, without going too much into spoilers, it's the one where the strongest Blade Runner vibes come off, I think. And I think this is sort of, you know, for me as an opener, like, yeah, okay, I know business. And you're right. Corpos can be real dickheads in the game. That's true. But the Corpo intro, I think, is really special. And, you know, I remember when we were doing our hands-on events with journalists back in, what was it, like... June, July, something. Even there, the spread was really even, right? There were lots of people taking Street Kid, and I really loved the first few seconds of the Street Kid intro because of the music and everything. It really gets you pumped. And then, you know, there were lots of people playing Nomad, and there's lots of people playing Corpo.
I still think I'm sticking with Nomad. I may switch now within the next 10 minutes. I don't know.
Pick whatever you think is cool, really, you know. And if you're unhappy, play the intro, then start again and play the other one, right? Like, and maybe, you know, save the game after you've done all three of them, each is considered, and then just load up the save that you feel is the one that, you know, resonated most with you. So
yeah, the saves even list what life path you have. It says right on the save, so easy to remember.
Yeah, I have to say personally, I will be going.
I think, yeah, the majority of people are going Corpo.
Paris, my
I think
man.
the majority.
Yeah, but I'm excited to do
for
all
the first
three.
time playthrough. I think majority of people are going
fantastic
Corpo.
to me. So here we go with the final question.
The final question, guys.
Someone
Here we go.
with an immeasurable love for video games, but no technical experience whatsoever, can make it. How can they start?
That's a nice
And
one.
what do they have to get ready for the most?
Ooh, that's
stress.
I think the answer is still mods.
Internet.
For me. You know, I don't know. I came from a modding background.
Expectations.
When I, you know, like I always knew as a kid that I wanted to go into video games. And I remember, you know, because I'm a bit younger than you, Patrick, right? So my first modding experience was actually with Warcraft 3 editor, right? Like, you know, I really got into that and started making my own maps and all that stuff. And really, that's where it really drove the point home that, yeah, this is something I'd like to do professionally. And I started doing research, like, can I actually do this? And yes, there's a job for making games. Good stuff. And, you know, from there on, you start working on different kind of projects. Right now, I had luck that in my studies, I was also able to make some games with my fellow students, right? We did some student projects and all that stuff, but I would count that in the area of modding, right? Just taking an engine and just sort of making stuff.
And most people get started in industry
you know,
most of the time, especially for graphical stuff.
Training, and that's really a good way.
Jesus Christ, guys, there's 50 of you watching. Thank you very much for subscribing, everyone, as well, by the way. I would shout you out, but you kind of have to have your profile as public or something, so I know that you subscribe, but there's a couple of you subscribed. Thank you very much.
Can really help you as long as you show like the
Appreciate
attitude
it. Thank you.
and, you know, the passion that you really want to get into it. And I think what also ultimately has really been the deciding factor in my career and also in many other people's careers that I've talked to over the years is that a certain willingness and initiative to put yourself out there and to talk to people, right? So, for example, you know, you might go to a convention where there's other developers. You might start conversations with them. Don't go at them and go, give me a job, but just have a chat, right? And, you know, as young as the industry is, it is also still really, really small, even though it doesn't feel like that sometimes, right? But you do meet often across times, right? Like, and it's always cool to know that wait, this person I talked to, he's now working over there, and this person is now working over there, and you can always sort of use that to sort of get your foot into the game, and that's actually get your foot into the game. Good one. And maybe Patrick, you have a bit of a different view on this.
My answer is actually very similar. I also come from a modding background. What I would say is that lack of technical experience isn't a permanent state of being. And nowadays, with so many engines available just for use, just go download one and go to the forums for that thing. Talk about what you want to create, have some idea about what you want to make. Keep things small and manageable to begin with. A lot of people who want to get into the games industry want to make Cyberpunk 2077 right off the bat by themselves, and you're not going to do that. Set your scopes on something that you think you can really get done. Try. If you fail, try again. Maybe rescope. Figure out what you're good at. Figure out what you're bad at. Find people to help you with stuff that you're bad at. You can absolutely make stuff out there, and there's really the only thing holding you back is your own willingness to put in the time and put in the passion and, like,
it's been delayed,
your
confirmed.
willingness to put yourself out there and ask people for help, ask people for advice. But seeing that you just put this question to us shows that you're willing to put yourself out.
It just says, have fun. GG, have fun.
All right. I want to thank everyone for submitting questions to Miles and Patrick. And Miles and Patrick specifically, I want to thank you guys for answering all these awesome questions. But
that was good.
I want to turn it back to you. What are the questions you want to ask everyone?
Good last minute Q&A kind of thing. For this
seeing
game
as we just talked about life paths, it would be interesting to know which life path you will pick for your journey in Night City. Make haste. The decision is an important one.
I guess, what are you interested in seeing in the city? It's a pretty big city. We've shown off the districts now. Maybe you have a certain gang that you're most interested in. Let us know.
All right, to everyone, thank you so much for doing this developer Q&A, and we will see you in Night City.
We are less than 8 minutes away, guys. That was pretty fun. I like that. Pretty good. Oh, I can't play this music. This one's copyright, but yeah. We are, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. I feel very weird. Trying to not get all, like, goosebumps and stuff until I actually start the game, because I know there's going to be, like, a slight slow delay as I download the actual patch when it comes out. Same for everyone. By the way, if you just joined, the news with patches and stuff, if you don't know, is that the PC players, if you've downloaded it on PC and preloaded it, that there will be a small day zero update. I think it's around 3 gigs, depending on if you've got GOG or if you've got the version on Steam. There's going to be a small 3 gig or so update. Console players, I think if you've preloaded it already, you're fine. The day zero patch is already installed on that machine already, so you don't have to do much. So it looks like that's pretty much everything. I am currently waiting on the Steam page at the moment for it to go up. Now, before we go on, I will start the game when I can. However, I completely understand if you guys need to drop out because you don't want to be spoiled and you want to play it yourself. That's completely fine. I don't even know how long I'm going to play this for myself on stream, because I don't know if my PC can hold up with streaming Cyberpunk, because I haven't tested it yet, because this is a new game and my PC in the past has not been great with games streaming. So I'm going to try. If I don't get very far, we'll just end the stream and that's fine, and then we'll all go off and do our own thing. But if you are leaving, thank you very much for checking out this stream. I do hope you enjoy Cyberpunk. I hope you're just excited as I am, as everyone else is. If you want to check out this channel, maybe you enjoy game reviews and you want opinions on games and stuff, and mostly me talking about what I think about games and stuff. That's essentially what this channel is. I sometimes do live streams. I'm doing one tomorrow night. The Game Awards is on tomorrow night, so we're doing a watch along, so come along for that as well. That's right, I'm staying up 2 nights in a row, very late. That's right, committed. But do check it out. Do check out the channel if you enjoy that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you're going off now to play Cyberpunk, I wish you well in Night City. Enjoy it. It's going to be fun. I'm going to try and run this game on here, so I can kind of get my first impressions on camera. And we'll see how this goes. Oh, Jesus, we have 3 minutes left. 3.5. I'm starting to get jitters now. Yeah. This has been a long fucking time. A long fucking wait. 8 years of waiting for this. Like, it's been so long. I can't believe this is actually happening. Yep. If you ask yourself 7 years ago, where'd you be with 5 minutes left? Yeah. I didn't even know I'd be fucking streaming 7 years ago, this whole thing. So, yeah, to a record high number of people I streamed to. So thank you very much, guys. There's plenty of you here. Yeah, 7 years wait. 7 years of wait comes down to 5 minutes. Dude, I'm so happy for you. I listened to you hype this game for 7 years. I'm so fucking happy for you, man. I thank you, Sam, very much. Yeah, I haven't stopped talking about this game to my friends, and personally, even though they're like, yeah, all right, we get it. Now when the game comes out, they're like, oh my god, it's amazing and stuff. So yeah, take care, Deshaun. Thank you very much for coming along. Oh god, would you like to see my screen at the moment? I'm just currently got this is me at the moment. Hang on. If he knows how to work this thing. I need another monitor is what I need. This is my screen at the moment. Any moment now. Well, 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, it's going to unlock. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I mean, I hope it's. I hope it is everything I wanted in terms of the main thing I wanted out of this game was to have that next kind of gen open world game. The setting itself and everything is like the perfect game for me. Like near future settings. I've said this before in previous videos. Near future kind of settings. Cyberpunk, I guess you can call it now, settings are just my ultimate go-to. And to have a game that was made by, in my opinion, one of the greatest games of all time, Witcher 3, to have a game that's built by the same guys that made that kind of game is like just a fucking dream come true. And there's so many other elements that make this like a fucking dream come true. Like Refused, one of my favorite bands, are in the fucking soundtrack in this, and that's amazing. I cannot wait to fucking listen to the soundtrack because I love synthwave music and stuff, and this game is going to be full of it. Yeah, there's a lot. We have 1 fucking minute. We have 35 seconds to go. I just hope it's good. That's all. I hope it hits all those expectations of living in a kind of like in what feels like a real world. That's kind of what I want out of this game. Like it feels like a city, and that's the main thing I want. So. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! -1. It's out. Apparently, can't fucking hit play yet, though. I have to get rid of this fucking countdown. There we go, right. It's out! It's a fucking anticlimax. It's out! Why can't I hit play? Apparently it was out. I don't know. Let me know, guys, if it's out for you, if you can hit play. Did someone at Steam forget to hit the button? That was a bit of an anticlimax, wasn't it? I assume it's... yeah? Are we good? What about the store? It's probably going to crash now. Everyone's trying to get onto it. Yep. Yeah, I ain't going anywhere. Anything? Nope. Has the game been delayed? I'm sure it's fine, don't worry. So no one's having any luck so far, no? No one yet? Anyone? No? No? No luck so far? Man, that's such an anticlimax now. I had the whole fucking countdown timer. Go to your downloads and press play. It'll update. Oh, okay. Don't think it will. Is it? No. It's gonna force a download. It's not coming. It's not loading from me from anywhere. Press play, it will update. It's not updating. I might just restart Steam and do it that way. That might be the case. So give me a minute. I'll let you know if Cyberpunk works. On Steam at least, for people wondering. Let me just update reload Steam and see what happens. Press the play button. No, I pressed the play button. Nothing happened. It's grayed out. From downloads. Hang on. Let me just reboot. I'm rebooting Steam. Okay, it's worked now. I've rebooted Steam. It's working. It's download. Download. So it is a... It's about a 7 gig by the looks of things. Yeah. Maybe it's just... Yeah, I can show you. There we go. It's kind of continued on with the downloads that I had previously. So it's 60 gig in total. By the looks of things. So we'll wait to see once that's done. I will have to double check. That my downloading speed's okay. It's not capped or anything, so I can get into this as soon as possible, because that was a bit of anticlimax, wasn't it? Yeah, 6 gig update? Yeah, it looks like. There's been a lot of things that have just been like, yeah, it's a 3 gig update. I saw earlier, now it's like 6 gig. It's like, I don't think anyone really knows what's really going out half the time, but no worries. It is, yeah, so you can download it now. The patch is obviously downloading for me. And once that's done, I will jump into it. It's going to take a little bit of a while. Doesn't seem like the downloads are going quick either. A lot of people saying that this is like the biggest launch since like Grand Theft Auto as well. Probably Grand Theft Auto 5, I would assume. Maybe even bigger than that. We don't know until like sales numbers and stuff come out, but yeah. Quick game of Tricky Towers. I'm okay, Sam. As much as I absolutely love Tricky Towers, as you know. It's okay. I can wait. I can talk a bit more. Cyberpunk releases in 23 hours, 43 minutes. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Shit. Sorry. No, that's not true. I'm sorry to scare you. No, it's fine. It is out. Cyberpunk is out. It is out. You can go play it if you want. I am just installing the day one update, and then I am ready to go. I'm getting 3 gigs total. Some people are getting 0 download speeds. Yeah, it's probably gonna it's probably gonna jam up the Steam servers, I would assume, if everyone's and maybe even GOG as well. But if it goes slow, don't worry. It's going a little bit slow for me at the moment to download it, but there's going to be, you know, a lot of fucking people downloading this right now. So just be patient. Stick here. It's cool. We'll hang out together while we wait for our downloads to happen, you know? I kind of want to look at the achievements. There's 44 of them, guys. But I think they're all locked, just in case there's no spoilers here. They wouldn't put spoilers in the achievements anyways. The locked ones, at least, they will be spoiled. There is 14 hidden achievements. So there's a couple that you can see. Including, you know, complete the main storyline. Complete all gigs. Reach max level in any skills, stuff like that. Buy all vehicles that are available to purchase. Wow, okay. I wonder if you can have garages as well. I guess you can. I can't remember if the trailers you had a garage, or if it's more or less going to be like selecting from a menu rather than you can like see them, kind of like what you have in GTA Online. You know, when you had like you could buy the 10 garages or stuff, like the 10 car garages. I kind of want to have that if that's possible. But we have to wait and see, I guess. 60 gig for Steam, and PS5 has 100 gig. Yeah, I mean, it's mainly gonna. I don't know why it's 100 gig on PlayStation. Usually it's down to compression and stuff they've compressed. I mean, I don't know, but Cyberpunk is mainly going to be optimized, I would say, for PC. It's a very PC kind of company and game, I would say. But yeah, it's. I mean, this day and age, 100 gig is not bad for a huge open world when you consider that Call of Duty is what, 150? Warzone 150, 180? Am I right in thinking that? It's around 180 now or something. But yeah, it's staggering why that's that big. And Cyberpunk is, on PC at least, is only 60 or 70 gig. It's quite crazy how they managed to do that. But yeah. Yeah, no, it's still downloading for me. It's going a little bit quicker. I don't know if refreshing it will make it quicker for you guys in terms of downloads. It's going a little bit quicker for me at the moment, so it should be done fairly soon, the download. Fairly soon. I can't go onto the store page either, so I'm just trying to see if there's anything. Look at those, if there's anything new they've updated or something. The only thing I can see is ooh, bonus content. Oh, my bonus content has arrived. Oh, this is my Steam goodies. I think this is my I don't know how you can get into it. I guess you can look at it in the game, maybe? Yeah, it's like an exclusive story if you pre-order on Steam. You get like an exclusive story, so I guess it possibly in the game you get to see it, or read it, or be in it. I don't know. Yeah, Steam has kind of crashed a little bit. If you go into the web version, or the store and stuff like that, it seems to be incredibly slow. So yeah, I think it is it's crashed. But it's still downloading the update, so you can still do it if you need to. Yeah, I'm still thinking about stuff in terms of like starting this game, but I'm still thinking of going nomad. I think I haven't been changed. I think female nomad, light guns focus, hacking focus, stealth focus kind of thing. Maybe even car focus. But again, I said this like 3 times today. It being the first time I'm playing this game and I've waited so long for it, I'm not really going to go down the route of, oh, I definitely need to do this kind of build. It's this first playthrough is more or less, and it would probably be the same for you guys as well, is more or less a case of I just want to experience this game for what it is, and that's it. So I'm really quite looking forward to that. Okay, right. We're nearly there. Should we add another timer? I don't know. I think in about like 10 minutes or so, I should be done with this. I tried to, as I said, I will try to launch it, give it its first go, see how performance is. If I can stream it on here, I will go as long as possible that I can stream the game on here. If I can't stream it on here because I'm losing frames or something, even now I can see that I lost frames earlier on in the stream. Not the greatest streaming PC in the world, that's why I'm a bit skeptical about streaming on here, but we'll see. I don't even know what I'm going to do first, to be honest. I guess, I think my main focus is, obviously there's going to be this introduction, which is just kind of going to follow you along a certain route, but once the game opens up a bit, and you're allowed to do whatever, essentially, or it doesn't really hold your hand that much, I just kind of want to look around. Like, I just kind of want to just look at things. I think that's what's going to be my main thing, and the main thing I'm going to do in, like, this stream, at least, if I do end up streaming the game on here. It's just looking at stuff, like visiting different areas and stuff. I'm mainly going to be focusing on side quests, I think, at the start. Like, I am trying to complete this game 100%. I may even put on hard mode, because I kind of want to just have the ultimate challenge and make this game as long as possible. But the thing is, I do need to review this game for this channel. So, and I'm expecting to probably do a review, have a review ready for next week. So I might just stick the game on hard this time, and then second playthrough do very hard mode. Yeah, it's still that high. Okay, I'm just going to see if there's any kind of other update I need to be aware of, or anyone else needs to be aware of. I don't think so. If anyone's got the game on console, or has downloaded the game on console, let me know in the chat if it's working for you. I don't know if anyone's mentioned it so far. Just from a console perspective, I kind of wanted to know if it's all good. Because you should be able to get into the game straight away, I would imagine, because they didn't say there was going to be any kind of day zero update or anything, so I imagine you people are straight in there. Okay, I think everything looks fine. Yeah, there's no updates as of yet. It just says, Cyberpunk's out. Go nuts. Console release in 5 hours? Is it? I thought it was worldwide for everyone at the same time. No? Is it just PC then? Have I got this wrong? Oh no. A console come out same time? No? Am I wrong? Maybe different time zones. Yeah, like Eastern, I guess. Strange. PC and Stadia get early. Ah. Okay. I did not know that. God, I done my research, didn't I? Jesus. Okay. Oh. Something happened. My update failed in terms of it stopped downloading, but I just reset it and now it's continuing on. God, this wasn't going to be a smooth ride, was it, to try and play this game? It's definitely going to have some hurdles already. No, it's fine. It's working again. It seemed to... Oh, it stopped downloading again. I don't know whether that's because I've got the stream running and stuff, but it shouldn't be. Because I'm uploading on the stream, it's not downloading. Yeah, it stopped completely. Steam has crashed, everyone. Fuck's sake. Yeah, this isn't good. I kind of thought we were going to expect this anyway, so... No, it's kicking off again. Yeah, this is, yeah, it's gonna take, we're gonna say around about maybe half past. In about 15 minutes, maybe we'll get going. Bit of an anticlimax with the whole countdown and everything now. I just realized it, but it's fine. It's fine. You can play on console now if you change your locations. Yeah, that's... I guess it's Europe that gets it early then. And then America, Eastern time, everything over there gets it later. I think like Europe, especially I think right now, since I'm in Europe, like it is out now for consoles, I believe. That's what I thought it was. Maybe consoles are different time in Eastern time rather than Europe in terms of when it gets released, sorry. I'm at 92% in the download. Well, hey, well done for you, Johnny. I'm not downloading at the moment. I don't know what's happened. It's sort of stopped for me. I think it's installing it by the looks of things. I think it's just stopped downloading and it's just installing the stuff by the looks of things. I think so. Yeah, it looks like it. Let me see if I can get the actual release timings here, so I can just confirm when everyone should get it. So, hang on. So by the looks of things, come on, Forbes, your articles, you can't even click on the bloody images so I can see it. So, good news for anyone in the Western Hemisphere. For us, if you're playing on console, that is to say Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS5, and PS4, the answer is pretty simple. Dates are a hard and fast thing in the world of consoles, and the game will unlock at 12 AM local time on December 10th. Now, are you talking about Europe here, Forbes? Or are you talking about America? I'm guessing America. Yeah, it looks... Yeah, 12 AM local time on December 10th for PC. Sorry, console. So it is midnight. It is actually midnight by the looks of things. Maybe in Europe it's not though. But it looks like in America it's December 10th, 12 a.m. Which won't be December 10th. Yeah, in America, obviously. In PC and Stadia, where things get a little bit different, on those platforms, CD Projekt Red is doing a coordinated global launch at 12 a.m. GMT, which is my time. So it comes out earlier or later, depending on what side of the world you're on. So, yeah, you're correct. PC and Stadia get it right now everywhere. Console, it seems like midnight tick over. Once it reaches December 10th in your area, that's when you will get the game. There you go. But yeah, I guess you could change the area where you are on your console. I don't know how you do that, but yeah. My stream's already lagging. Yeah, I can already tell. Fucking hell. I haven't even played the game yet. It's already lagging. America released at the same time, PC only. A mate of mine just sent a pic of him playing the game, the bastard. Steam is dying right now. Yeah, Steam is super slow at the moment. So is my stream. I've realized that I'm dropping frames at the moment. Sorry guys, hang on a sec. Let me I went turbo on the old download. Mine should be done in I don't know, let's say. I'm just, it's sort of like in limbo. It's sort of like installing, then it doesn't install, or it's downloading and then it doesn't download. So it's around, it's telling me ETA is 10 minutes. So 10 minutes should be done for me. I definitely should have added a half an hour onto that timer. But I fixed the stream now. I think it should be okay at the moment. So I'm not ranking my chances at the moment to be quite high in terms of getting this game streamed on here in a good state, let's put it that way. But I will try. If the game starts lagging at the start, then I will have to just sign off and say goodbye, but we'll give it a go because I kind of want to get my first reactions of the game on camera. Be quite nice as a YouTuber, as a filthy fucking YouTuber, filthy scumbag YouTuber looking for content, lazy content. Anyone else have any trouble? Or is everyone okay at the moment? I guess who's ever downloading it. It seems like people are just downloading at the moment. Yeah, I've got about 9 minutes at the moment. 9 minutes until I'm done. If there's no dropouts that seem to be happening now and again on Steam. But we'll see. Nearly there. Nearly there. Well, I've just saw a message on Twitter saying, like, imagine you download this game and the first thing that comes up is a yellow screen saying, sorry, this game has been delayed. Surprise! If you switch your consoles to locations in the Netherlands, you can play now. No cap. Okay. Yeah, so Europe, essentially, can play on console. Oh, that's a bit shitty for console players in US then, if they have to wait to midnight. That seems a bit... I don't know why they couldn't do a... I guess it's some sort of an agreement they have with the stores, I guess. With PlayStation and Xbox, I imagine that they're not allowed to actually release the game until it's that date. You know, until the time ticks over. There's a lot of those pre-downloads, especially the ones on the store. they won't unlock until the actual day of, December 10th. Yeah, Night Saber, I got a disk write error as well. That's why mine stopped, but I just restarted it and it went again. I think it stopped, gave me a disk write error, and then I just restarted it and it happened again. It carried on, sorry, afterwards. I have 7 minutes left. Nearly there. And it's 60 gig in total on PC. Oh, I forgot it's on Epic as well, isn't it? Oh, of course it would be. Yeah. But no one likes the Epic Store, of course. No one pre-orders on Epic. So it's an exclusive, I guess. Yeah, it seems fine now. I think if anyone was having troubles with the downloads on Steam, at least, I'm not too sure about GOG. I don't know, but on Steam, yeah, Night Saber. What it will do from just what happened to me a second ago. It will just do some writes on the disk. For like a couple of minutes, and then it will go back to downloading. I think it just might be it's what I thought it was doing is just installing first some more stuff before downloading more, and then it will just continue on with the download after that. But yeah, I think some people got lucky in terms of getting it really, really quickly, depending on their download speed, I guess. But I'm nearly done. I've got about 5 minutes left at this point, so I think mostly everyone on the chat is pretty much on the same sort of journey at the moment. Yeah, if you have the digital edition, Dylan, I doubt you're going to be able to change locations. Unless you bought it on the store. Unless you have an account, I guess. If you're playing on PlayStation Network, that's a European account. But yeah, if you bought it on the US account or US store. Oh, it's nearly done, guys. 98%. I mean, I should have been playing it by now, but either way, that's just the way it is. It's fine. I was aware beforehand that there was going to be an update of some sort. So, I wonder if GeForce, can you optimize the game now? I have to start it first before you can optimize it. I need to get it optimized before I start streaming it. So I think I'm gonna boot it up in exactly 3 minutes, and then optimize it quickly, and then reboot it, and then put it on stream, and then start. Or Descent into Night City. And I'm still excited. I'm still excited. It's died down a little bit because of the whole downloading thing, but it's alright. I'm still excited. Still keep going. It's a party tonight. I ain't sleeping. It's probably going to be morning time by the time I wake up after I finish this game. May not even stop playing it until Game Awards happen tomorrow night, which you can check out on this channel when I'll be doing a live watch along. That's right, Dan's staying up for 2 nights in a row. He's probably going to be absolutely tired tomorrow. Might be worth tuning in. That's just going to be a watch along. We're going to watch the Game Awards on this channel, so if you want to join me for that, it'd be cool. See who wins Game of the Year, which Cyberpunk can't be in, by the way, because it's too late. You gotta get in a certain time. So in the Game Awards 2021, Cyberpunk's probably gonna be nominated in everything. So this year we're gonna watch the Last of Us 2 haters get really mad when Last of Us wins Game of the Year award tomorrow. How long did it take you to do this stuff to finish? It literally took me like a few minutes, like 3-4 minutes. It stopped doing the disc stuff, and then the download continued, whatever was left, and then it did that way. If you're having issues, usually the solution to a lot of this is just restarting Steam. Like usually, like I have to restart Steam to get the download going. So, but give it a few minutes. Just be a bit patient with it. It'll work. It worked for me, so it should work for you. If it is, yeah, if the patch is stuck for you, just try re-download it from the download section. If not, restart Steam. It should get it going. If not, just be patient with it. It seems like a lot of people are doing the same thing as you, so it's understandable that it's going to be quite slow for a lot of people. Don't have a patch. The console version is buggy. The patch is coming out at midnight EST, I believe. Oh, so they released the game without the Day Zero patch. Is that why people didn't get to play on console? That seems odd that you release a game without the patch on it. But release it at midnight? That seems odd. I guess that's when everyone would have it then, because it's on console. Everyone would have the game. They have to release it at the same time. Weird. I don't know. All this releases and patch releases and stuff have been a bit mad. But yeah, I explained before. 1 minute left, by the way. I explained that early on in the stream that none of the reviewers who reviewed it early got copies of it on console. The only way they could review it is on PC. So even though they released footage of like PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox Series X footage of it, their own footage, CD Projekt Red, they haven't shown anything off of like the base PlayStation, which is what everyone's wondering, if this game actually runs on a base PlayStation 4 or base Xbox, because that would be quite an achievement. Like I can't see it running really well on those things, like frame rate wise. I can't see it like driving through that game at high speed, like running smooth as butter. I'd be amazed to see. I really want to see what it looks like on a base PlayStation, just to see if they manage to pull it off. But the fact that they haven't shown anything off of that is kind of a bit worrying. We'll have to wait and see. Though obviously it will come out in the next 24 hours or so how it's running on everything, I guess, for everyone. So we will know soon enough, I guess. Oh my god. It is done. Okay. What I'm going to do now, before we do anything, is I am going to just run it once, come out of the game, and then do some optimizations to it on GeForce so I can get it just okay. So you may hear some weird noises going on. Don't worry. Not showing anything on screen yet. Just getting the game booted just to see if we can run this on or stream it on here, because I have no idea if this is going to run fine. Let's just see. Okay, so I'm going to boot it up now. This doesn't count as your first booting up of Cyberpunk, okay? This just counts as I'm trying to optimize it and shit. Oh, okay. Still loading, by the way. Lightsaber, let me know if you had if you're still having issues and stuff. As I said, it worked for me when I just hit the re-download button in the download section, and that seemed to kick it off. Connor Long, thank you very much for subscribing. I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the wine club. With No fucking wine in it. Jesus Christ, what an introduction. Stream's lagging hard already. Fucking hell, this is a good start, isn't it? So it's installing things at the moment. It's pretty much downloaded the whole thing. It may like lag, like it may lag now for a bit because it's just installing a couple of things. So bear with me. A lot of like Cyberpunk is on a separate drive, so it shouldn't interfere with a lot of things I'm doing on here. So a separate SSD, sorry. Yeah, if it does start to lag any second now, just bear with me. I'm just literally booting it up at the moment. It just takes a while to first time set it up and stuff, so it should be okay. It will dip in and out of lagginess. This has been the longest wait to boot up a game I've ever done. Literally. Okay, while it's booting up, guys, I am just going to grab a drink and run to the toilet. So I will literally be back in 2 seconds, okay? Promise you, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm not running away. Give me a minute. Okay, I've just seen that it's actually booted up, so I've got a drink, but I'm still in the toilet. It's booted up. It's I'm on a blank. It's booted up. Okay, let's let's get this optimized first. Hang on. Okay. There's so many windows coming at me. Holy shit. Okay, stop. Okay, there we go. Stop. This isn't... Okay. Yeah. Okay, I've got the game. It's up. Okay, I'm on the main menu. Okay, I'm not showing anything yet. Nothing has happened yet. Would you like to make Cyberpunk its future... What is this? Yeah, sure, I agree. Whatever. Wait, I don't know what I just signed. I signed the NDA. It just sounded like a user agreement. I just went, yeah, whatever, fuck it. You want us to take all your information from you? Yeah, sure. Okay, the game is booted up. Let's see if I can optimize it. I can. GeForce, thank you very much. You're working absolutely perfectly today. Thank you very much. So yeah, here we go. Once I'm any second now, I'm gonna get this ready and going. Optimize settings. That's really wow. Okay, so my card is a 2070. Not the greatest card in the world, but it's still a good fucking card. Everything's running on high and ultra. And RTX, apparently. I don't know. That's the optimized version. That's what GeForce has told me. So, apparently I can run this game on high. I don't know if there's something else they've changed about it, but... Time for genitals. Yes, indeed. time for genitals. Can't wait to see some genitals. Okay, you guys ready? This is your kind of, here comes spoilers a little bit if you don't want to be spoiled, but we're ready to go. I'm ready to go. I don't know if this is going to run well on stream. I'll try my best to make sure it does. If it doesn't, we'll just end the stream now, but we'll see how far we get with this. Here we go. Oh, it's lagging again. it's already lagging. It's a good start. It's a good start. It's a good start. No. Oh my god, what is going on? Okay, so my chat window just disappeared. So I just want to play Cyberpunk. Okay, it's starting. The game's starting now, but I need to get the chat window. I can't see any of you. I can't see your chat messages at the moment, guys. So give me a second. The game should be up now. Here we go. Thing is loading. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Right, there's this window. I didn't know this was it. Okay. My rewards. Your rewards will be waiting for you in V's apartment stash. Okay, cool. I didn't know this was a thing. This is cool. Hit play. That's what I was waiting for. I'll see that. Yeah, give me a few seconds. I'm not back at the chat yet. I will be any moment. Ta-da. I'm keeping an eye out on the fucking stream, by the way. I don't know if this is lagging. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're up, ready. Oh, shit. I kind of need to alt-tab out of this because I need to get to the other window. Sorry, so give me a minute. I'm not back at the fucking chat yet. Hang on. I need to go back to the chat window. Here we go. And...
Good morning.
I'm missing all this.
Yesterday,
there we go.
Right,
I'm back. I'm back in the chat. I'm back in the chat. Okay.
Haywood, thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed. Cause the CPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Netrunners are at it again, poking holes.
This is just the main menu by the looks of things. Or the main menu intro.
While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims.
By the way, if I do go ahead with this stream, this is going to be very much 18 rated. So if you're a child, especially with any other stream I do, because I say some terrible fucking language, there's going to be dicks, lots of genitals, lots of boobies, lots of butts, lots of violence, lots of everything, and you should go to bed because it's quite late. So this is not a game that your parents would be proud that you're watching right now. Even if you couldn't, if you asked them to get it and they didn't give it to you because they saw it was an 18 rated game, which is what good parents would do, this is quite a mature game. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, here we go. Let's hope this stream holds up. Okay, let's just do one thing. Make sure I've got field of view. Yes, thank you very much. Let's just stick that up to 95. And I'm looking for video. There we go. Oh, this music. Oh, this music. Oh, I'm into it now. Oh, I'm absolutely into it now. Okay. We're gonna need some VC on. Let's go 60, apply. Okay. Sam, if you say the word boobies, butts, and violence in the chat, it's gonna come up with messages saying this message is hell for review, which is currently what I have at the moment, and I can't be arsed to switch over to the other screen, so don't say any bad words in the chat, Sam. Anyway. Bro, love your personality, solid stuff from me, bro. Thank you very much, Michael. I completely disagree with you, but at least someone likes me, so thank you very much. Go to sound and turn off copyright music. Oh, of course. Shit. Yes, thank you. I completely forgot. Where would that be? Yes, there. Thank you very much. I do not know how to pronounce your name. Imtaji? Thank you very much. Yeah, that would have been funny. Actually, no, it won't do any, unless they could take down the stream, to be honest. I'm just trying to think. They won't, they'll just demonetize the stream. I'm not making any money from this, it's fine, don't worry. But, I kind of want to listen to music. It's fine. I'm commentating over it. It's fine. I won't get any, it's fine. It's fine. I'm willing to take this risk, okay? I kind of want to have the whole experience as intended without the disabled copyright music. If any music is playing that's potentially copyrighted, I may talk for a long period of time just so I can talk over it. Shit. Okay, I have to stop rambling now. Here we go. New game. Combat will be substantial challenge. The effective use of perks, cyberware, and combat gadgets and consumables will be essential. Survival, very hard. Buckle up for a serious challenge. Careful character development and clever use of items, game mechanics, and the environment will be necessary to help make it on the streets of Night City. So my intention was to go with hard, and then on my second playthrough I'm going to go very hard. Even though I kind of want to play it on very hard, because I usually like to play games like the hardest they can be, so they max out their kind of life, but I'm probably going to do another playthrough of this game, so hard. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with Nomad. I just feel like it's the one I want to do. I kind of want to have that whole story outside of the streets, outside of Night City, just outside, you know, on the outskirts, and then eventually working your way into the city, and then going, whoa, look at this fucking thing. Nomad it is. Wow, they had no heads for a minute. you can play copyright music, but I can't say boobies. Yes, that's the kind of fucking rules I set in this chat room. Anyway, don't blame me. It's the way fucking YouTube chat works. I don't know. I will go. I will disable it. Most people can say whatever they want in the chat within reason, obviously. Like, boobies is fine, but apparently YouTube think boobies is a bad word. Anyway. So, I'm going female V for the first playthrough. Okay. Now, there will be nudity probably in this bit, so here we go.
I'm V.
I'm V.
Is there only two voices then? Okay, it's just two different types of voices. Skin tone. I want to make her like a cool, fucking outrageous hair kind of thing, tattoos, everything, the whole lot. Hairstyle. Is it just me, or is it the graphics seem a bit low? I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. I'll probably recheck graphic settings in a minute, but damn, look at these hairstyles. Quite a bit of hairstyles to choose from. 30-something odds hairstyles. Cat, you are ruining my character creation. Why are you doing this? Just give me... I waited 7 years for this, Cat. Just fucking give me a break. Anyway. A big... I kind of like the big kind of floppy hairstyle. Yeah, I kind of like that. How I'm going to rotate a bit. Yeah, kind of like... My cat does not want me to play Cyberpunk. He is hitting everything in the house. Really hates this fucking game. Anyway. Oh, this one's cool. It's a bit Karen. A bit... It's a little bit Karen. I don't know, but... That's kind of cool. I like that hair. That's pretty cool. Whoa, damn. Mohawks. Big long hair. So I think I'm going to go with... did I see these ones already? Yeah. I think I'm going to go with... I promise I won't spend like an hour on this fucking character creator. I promise. Maybe. Where's the other one that I liked? That's kind of cool, but it's a little bit Karen. I love that's become a phrase. I kind of like this one. Why did it zoom in really quickly? That kind of freaked me out a bit. There we go. I kind of like this hairstyle with the little ponytail kind of thing going in. Alright, hair color. What crazy colors can we do here? I feel like The Sims. You know? You know in Sims when you spend like fucking ages trying to create your own family or need to kill them all in a fire? Or drown them in the swimming pool? Oh, she's got marks on her face. I guess you can change them as well. Purple? Fucking love purple, man. Ooh. It's a pretty sick hairstyles going on. Oh, that's cool. I think I'm gonna go purple because it's kind of my favorite color. Yeah, purple. Eyes. Let's go with what? Oh, these are shape of eyes. Okay, so let's go for too narrow. Yeah, they're cool. I like them. Oh. Oh. Ah. Okay, okay. Fucking freaky. Damn. Jesus. Wow, there's a lot of stuff you can pick here. I know it's like a vast majority. Jesus Christ, no. Like a vast majority of like options, but still. Cyber Karen 2077. That is the DLC confirmed. You play as Karen, who, as a Cyber Karen, goes into various different districts and complains about everything. I kind of like red eyes. There's something about red eyes and like futuristic things I fucking love. Like especially on it, like as a heterosexual man, especially on a girl who has like cool like hair and like red eyes. There's something about it. I know I'm weirdo. I know, but I just really like red eyes. I'm weird. Okay, welcome to the channel. I know there's a lot of new people here today, but like, yeah. What about purple eyes? That's actually quite cool with the purple hair. Man, I'm spending way too much time on this sometimes. Eyebrows are fine. Eyebrow color is fine. Nose is fine. Mouth is fine. Jaw is fine. Ears are fine. Everything's fine. She's fine. Cyberware. Here we go. This is interesting stuff. Okay. Cyberware. Okay, so we can change the eyes. Ooh. She needs to have a little bit of cyberware. Oh, that's kind of cool. Is that just on the sides then? Just on here and here. Or do around the eyes. That's usually the standard one, but I think I'll go with this one. Facial scars. I don't want anything too... Jesus fucking Christ, what is that? I don't... They freak me out, some of those things. Facial tattoos. Wow. Oh god, wow. What is that? Barcode. Be like Agent 47 all over again. Oh damn. Oh, these tattoos. How many have we got? 11. Okay, I think I'll go tattoos off because I believe that they had some sort of thing that said you can change the tattoos. I think there was a tattoo shop kind of thing you can go to, and then much like in The Witcher with the haircuts, and I guess you can do the same with the haircuts. You can change your hairstyle in the game as you go along. You don't have to stick with this kind of hairstyle. So I'll go no tattoos at the moment. Piercings. Too much piercings. I don't mind the nose piercing. Or the studs. Oh no, I don't like the nose ring. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have like a... that's fine. Go with... I'm just going purple again. It's purple, so... This is my V, and her favorite color is purple. Pink, maybe? Yeah, fuck it. Let's just go with that. Teeth. Jesus, it didn't load for a minute. Excellent. Fantastic. Wow. Let's just go with white teeth for now. Eye makeup. What crazy shit can you do with the makeup? Oh, you can't do that much. Okay, you can do a couple of things, but you can't do too much, I guess. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Lip makeup, that's fine. Oh, we can make her like a fucking goth. Oh, make her proper gothic. God, I'm so excited just by the fucking character development screen or the character creation screen. There's different types of, like, you can go one upper lip and stuff. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think she's pretty cool. There's some boobs. There you go. Nails. Purple. Not too long. Purple. Pink, maybe? Where's purple, for God's sake? Oh my god. I'm guessing... I can't really... Yeah, fine. We'll just go black. It's fine. Don't matter. Chest. Small. Default. Big. I kind of want to go back just to see the penis physics. I'm guessing people... Tell me how the penis... If people are playing as a male, tell me how the penis physics are. I get to see the boob physics. So you just have default, big, small. I mean, let's... I'm gonna represent the small chest girls. I'm gonna go for... even though I'm not a small chest girl. I'm just saying, most people will probably pick big. I'm just gonna go for small because, hey, I like they're absolutely fine, you know. Nipples, here we go. That's the important stuff. I'm having way too much fun on this. Jesus, nipples off. Wow, you can turn nipples off. Okay, so you can have some nice beef burgers. Okay, so there's only like 3 options for you, like your genitals, so it's not that much. I think they made a bigger deal out of it than it actually was. Body tattoos. Wow. Jesus. Yeah, there's some fucking sick things you can get here. Oh, there's only 5 tattoos. I'm sure you can unlock more tattoos. There's gotta be more than just like 5 tattoos or so. Where does this go? I don't want the dragon tattoo though. That's pretty sick. That's a bit too overkill for me. Yeah, cool. She has a various amount of different things, I guess, on her, so we'll go with that. Why? I need it to zoom out. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like the tattoo on the back. I don't know what that says. Oh, New USA on her thing. Yeah, fuck it. That's cool. We'll go with that. Body scars. Genitals. Off. Vagina. Penis. Oh, there we go. We got some penis physics. Fantastic. So what's the penis sizes? Let's go. Game of the year. So we got default penis. A big penis. We got small penis. So it is 3. What's penis 1? And then penis 1. Oh, so penis 1 is a lot more thinner, and this one's a lot more thicker by the looks of things. That's a big penis. Please, someone clip this segment out. Get that clipped. Okay. So, okay. Okay, we're going with vagina. Baby kind of style. Oh, wow. You can even edit the pubes. Oh, wow. Amazing. I kind of want to have a love heart pubes. I love this game so much already. Let's just go with the default, I think. I think we've had enough fun checking it out. Penis physics 2077. Right, here's the important stuff. Okay, so body, so this is our starting attributes. Body, intelligence, reflexes, technical ability, and cool. Body is, I guess, strength. Body determines your raw physical power in addition to allowing you to force open doors. Each level of body starting from level 3 will add 5 health points, add 3 stamina points. I'm not really doing a body kind of thing, so I'm going to leave that at 3. Intelligence determines your net running proficiency. Every level of intelligence will do certain things. So bump that to 5 because I kind of want to be a smart hacker, a light weapons kind of person, smart hacker, stealthy kind of thing. Reflexes, movement speed, stick that at 4. Technical ability, each attribute contains a set of skills. These set of skills. Each attributes and skills provide different bonuses depending on your playstyle. Each skill... Oh god, I'm not even reading it. It's just me, but the mouse seems like really weird to control in this. Oh shit. No. Go back. Jesus Christ. Hang on. Technical ability represents your technical know-it-all, allows you to unlock doors and use tech weapons. Each level increase. Okay, put that up to... How long we got? Put that up to 5 and this up to 5. And then cool is... Cool determines your resilience, composure, and effectiveness in operating from stealth. Each level of cool will mostly do stealth stuff. So if that's the case, let's go... Ooh. Let's bring reflexes down and put cool up. So I've got 5 in cool, 5 in technical ability, 4 in reflexes, 5 in intelligence, and 3 in body. That's what I'm going to start off with. And we're ready to go. Time to play Cyberpunk. Here we go. Let's go. Please I hope to God this stream holds up when I do this. Hope you all enjoyed the Oh, I missed all your chat messages, guys. I'm so sorry. Hang on. Fucking hell, I didn't even have the chat running. Oh, damn it. Okay. Okay, it's up now. Don't worry, sorry. Okay. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Electric coupling module.
You said it was nothing serious when I came in. You said you were sure.
Ooh, boy, welcome to Cyberpunk. First time night, see you play close attention to tutorials and learn more about basic mechanics of the game, or if you've already experienced Edge Runner, please feel free to disable hints. Go to the database any time in the game to access tutorials as well to read out on the most important topics of Cyberpunk 2077, okay. I just want... Oh my god, I'm controlling.
You can always look for another shop where they won't ask a lone nomad while she's hugging
Is it laggy? It's laggy, isn't it? Yeah. It's laggy. Oh, I'm so gutted, guys. I really want to kind of stream this, but it seems like my PC just does not want to do this. Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. Oh well. Anyways, I'm going to play this offline. I may record it and then upload it to the channel, my kind of first hour. I'm sure when I do the review anyway, I'll put up stuff like my first time playing this game and stuff. So I'm probably just going to record what happens instead of live streaming it because my PC just is not built for live streaming, unfortunately. But thank you very, very much for joining me for the last 3 hours or so as we count down for like the actual game's release. Do go play it if you're waiting for it to come out. Obviously, it's nearly there if you're playing on console. In North America. You've only got a few more hours left. Don't worry. But yeah, hope you all enjoy it. Enjoy the game. Thank you very much for coming to this stream. A lot of you. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm not going to be around for... Well, I'm going to be back tomorrow, I guess, to do another stream. So if you want to come and watch the Game Awards with me, I'm doing a stream tomorrow. But I don't know what kind of state I'm going to be in because I could be playing this from now until 24 hours, basically. So I may be an absolute wreck, which may be entertaining. I do not know. Anyway, I'm super excited. I'm sure everyone is. Thank you very much for watching this. Enjoy Cyberpunk. I shall speak to you tomorrow if I'm joining you tomorrow. But till then, bye-bye. I forgot how to press the button. Bye-bye. See you soon.